Oh,
Take
my
it
damn.
away,
Oh.
snoozing. Take it away, snoozing.
Hello everybody. Welcome to season 9, right? Yeah, season 9,
Season
first
9.
week of season 9 Valhalla. This is going to be our first Odin matchup that will be being casted. Will be the Trash Pandas versus Ice Age, both like new franchises to this season of Valhalla. So pretty exciting to watch them play. See how they do. Got a ton of games today. This is only 2 o'clock. We got till 7:30, so we in for the long ride here as we get into pick some bands. The Trash Panda's starting it off hard with these jungle bands.
Looks like they're just gonna ban out Teddy immediately, so that we're not letting
taking
you
out
carry the game.
taking out the Kali, Pele, and Tsukiyomi. On the other side, Ice Age taking out Giannis, Tiamat, Soul, and that leaves open the Chiron. Interesting that they don't go for the Gilgamesh. I feel like he's a little bit more valuable than the Horseman, but that does give Ice Age the opportunity to go something like a Gilgamesh Athena here. Maybe pick up a Sobek. There's a lot of options that they have. The first pick Chiron is a little
It's kind of
interesting
a
to me.
strong pick. Apparently, he's coming to the meta. Something to look forward or looked at is on the side of Trash Pandas is actually Omega Dubs, who we thought was going to be starting, is actually not playing at all. So, is Taste of Defeat actually in the jungle? Is the question.
It is. I do know Juke Boots does play a little bit jungle. Set is gonna be hovered by Teddy. We've known he's played this for a little bit. I didn't find a ton of success last season on the pick, but
Hey, 21 days till week 1. You have plenty of time to work out the kinks for that, God.
with interesting Ares pick. Okay, so it's gonna be the Caucasain instead. With the nerfs to Set, I don't really think he's valued as high anymore. Like he's kind of that guy where you got to prove to me you can play it, and then I'll ban it. So it's not really a game one kind of ban like it used to be. Like it used to be an auto ban. Covering the Ares here doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Playing against the Chiron with a CC immune cleanse, so I'm not in love with this Ares pick. If they want to go for that, would have much rather seen an Athena or something like that. But we're gonna go with
It's the
the
same
Ares.
concept as Athena. You just cleanse the.
Yeah, but it's a little bit easier to get on top of Chiron with Athena. I don't know. I would have rather seen Athena or honestly a Sobek. One of those two would have been better. And again, like Gilgamesh is still available right now. We've got, I mean, there's no better god in the game that counters Chiron than Fenrir. So could have easily opted for the Fenrir pickup. Instead, Trash Panda is going to take away that Gilgamesh and going to lock in the Set for them as well. So unless Taste of Defeat has somehow found a Set, I think this might be Juke Boots in the jungle because
yeah, I'm thinking that it's definitely
I don't see a lot of Taste of Defeat Set every now and then. And the Apollo going to be locked in. Ice Age really likes to flex this pick, likes to play it in the jungle with Teddy. Personally, I think it's much better suited for the carry role nowadays, but they still do favor this pick, especially when a lot of junglers are banned out. They like to go for this Apollo pick. Ra going to be taken away.
I wouldn't be
Mammoth.
surprised if this Apollo does go into the jungle.
Yeah.
Teddy played it quite a bit in the jungle last season.
I'm just really interested as to why they didn't take Fenrir or like even into the other teams. Serket would be a great option as well if they want to put this Apollo in carry. Serket's great against Set, good against can get away from Gilgamesh really easily, especially if you just build Wingblade. So I feel like Ice Age doesn't have a bad draft, but I'm not in love with what I'm seeing. I feel like they could have optimized it a lot more. We see the Raijin Merlin being taken away from Ice Age. I know Munchie really likes those picks. Does like the Scylla as well. Doesn't play it a lot anymore, as Ra is going to be the ban from Trash Pandas, and there's the Scylla ban as well. Taking away from who has 20 stars on that god. So smart ban. So both mid laners kind of stretching the bottom of the barrel here. I mean, Ice Age banned out 5 mids. So You know, we're definitely this should be an interesting mid matchup, and I do not like that god. So, oh boy,
Poseidon's gonna have a tough time getting away from
oh
course,
boy.
if that's
I
played properly. But I don't really know what they're gonna actually pick in the mid lane. Munchie plays what Agni and cQuay at this point. Like when you're stretching out the god pole this far.
I
I don't
mean,
really
he
know
could still like
what other
opt for
gods he
like
plays.
I don't know if he plays like a lot of disco. Could maybe go for that. I mean, he could get spicy, go a hell. I don't know how much he plays hell, but that actually wouldn't be too bad. Not the greatest against cQuay, but great against Ares and Poseidon. Um, Oof. I don't know. I feel like this mid pick from Munchie should be an interesting one. I don't know if I would want him to go the Jean Kui. I feel like it'd be hard to get close to the Poseidon with that pick. I mean, he's obviously gonna have to go the Blink, the
And the
Rock.
legendary Geb comes
Oh,
out with.
and there's the Discordia.
I think Disco is like probably one of the worst mid laners currently. She just is so
Um,
lackluster.
I so I don't hate Disco. Like I was of the opinion, like you are, that I didn't think she was very good. I felt like her damage was very lackluster. Um,
Her
but I've
passive
heard
is
like,
OP, but
yeah, her passive is really good, and like if you can utilize the god and keep her like even or ahead, she's pretty potent. Like her poke is one of the best of any mage. Like very, very strong poke, and It's gonna be the Alquang in the jungle, so they're gonna put the Apollo and carry. And honestly, I'm not in love with this Ice Age draft. I'm gonna be honest. It the Poseidon Alquang just really throws me off. I feel like they did a very, very poor job dealing with this set, and it's actually gonna be the set solo lane. We're gonna put the Gilgamesh in jungle. I I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have such a hard time dealing with this set. The lack of this like lockdown CC for this set is absolutely killer. And like you're picking Alquang into the Geb and Chiron.
there's no way they're gonna stop this set. The set's gonna dive freely into the
Eh,
backline. There's nothing to stop him. The
like
only
if
thing is like
he
you have to have Ao Kwang be on set duty at that point and execute
and
him before he can get
but
out.
that's the thing. It's like they have two cleanses for the Alquang ult. They have Geb and Chiron to cleanse Alquang ult. So like that pick is so risky. Like I would have much rather seen like a Mercury or something like that. If you wanted to go like more of a hard carry esque kind of jungler, a Mercury could have been a good pick. Honestly, again, Serket, like I know it's not great into the Geb, but it's good into Chiron and Set. It really helped lock that god down. I don't know. I'm not in love with what I see from this Ice Age draft.
I will say
Uh,
like Chiron cleanse is a little bit more difficult to hit. It's a very quick cleanse, so you have to
yeah,
be and then having us roll swap a cQuay into the ADC lane, the execution rate's going to be a lot higher. But you know, this is the Odin division. We expect people to be a little bit better with their ability usage. But at the same time, like the moment that one's down, that's the time you're going to actually go in and ult.
yeah,
But it's going to be
that's
very
the
difficult for him to actually get any pulls off in general, because I mean, most of the players have CC immune ults.
So I'm of and I don't care how many times Poseidon wins. I am of the opinion that I think Poseidon is one of the worst mages in the game. Like I think he's terrible, and every single time that I've watched this god play, he's lost. So that's even at like the high level. Like they play him in high. Like he does nothing. He's just not very good. I don't like the Poseidon pick. I feel like if they had gone something other than the Ares, I think the Ares is going to have a very tough time this game. Just trying to get near people is not particularly easy with that god, especially with what Trash Pandas have drafted. Like again, it's the lockdown. It's the lack of lockdown CC for Ice Age that really hurts me. Because how are you going to kill this set in Gilgamesh on your backline? An Ares chain? Like that's not really going to do anything. So if Ice Age gets behind, which they don't really have the greatest of early game comps, especially with this Alquang jungle, it's going to be a very difficult time for them. So that's why I'm going to go Trash Pandas this game. I mean, who you got, Craig?
Well, can't ever count out Teddy. Teddy will find a way to drop 15 kills. If Teddy gets 15 kills, they win the game. It's just that simple. And to be honest with you, it's not hard to press 4. So I'm kind of
Yeah,
down for Ice Age to do it.
I was looking at this, this matchup beforehand, before this set, and I was like, man, like both teams haven't looked the greatest in scrims, but As Caucasian Asian taking a lot of poke here from Gyode, must have already used that jump. He's about to transform though, so Gyode's got to be a little bit careful. That health can be deceiving.
Like I said before, though, even in the predictions, this matchup is more about the rookies more than anything, just to see how they come out into Valhalla. Sometimes a little bit of nerves are there. Just want to see how people play. You got a couple role swaps on the side of Trash Pandas as well. So I mean, regardless, like if both teams play well, that's all that really matters. And then week 1 really doesn't do anything, especially with the gauntlet now in the playoffs. So you could drop a couple games and it's really not going to hurt you. But I think the matchup here is really who's going to carry harder, Little Munchie and Teddy. But Teddy's got the guy that could do it a lot better.
Yeah, I think if Trash Pandas gets a lead early, I think we could see them kind of run away with this game. But they've got to really pressure out early, which I don't really feel like they've been able to do in the streams that I've watched. So, you know, I mean, TasteOfDefeat is a very aggressive support, but he's playing a Geb. So it's going to be hard to get active with that god as much as you would like.
What do you mean? Just roll around. That's all you have to do. Roll around and shake the ground.
Gyode getting a lot of pressure over here, and honestly, not surprising because Caucasian Asian going the rank does T2 start, getting poked out pretty heavily. Teddy on the gank. Beautiful body blocks by Teddy, looking for the kill. Just, oh my, that was
just like clean. That. He's gone.
That's the first blood from Teddy, and honestly, that was very clean. I'm not even gonna lie.
And like what I said, if Teddy goes, his team's gonna go.
Yeah, absolutely. That was.
And I mean, that's just literally Smite 101. If you have an Ao Kwang, you know exactly where he's going to end up going, is into the solo lane, more times than not. Because solo laners aren't paying attention to the map. So
looks like a red invade coming out from, or a purple invade, sorry, coming out from Ice Age. Zactify very low on mana, and Munchie looking to rotate over, but decides to back up. And I don't think this Ares is going to be able to get for that purple invade anymore. Too low on HP, but. I mean, we saw over there in the early game, like Gyode had a lot of pressure over in solo lane. I think that's mostly due to the fact that just like the starts that they go, it's very risky going this T2 rank to start, and I'm not in love with the start, and I haven't heard a lot of people that are, in love with the start, especially when you're playing against gods with heavy poke, like Set, Tsukiyomi, gods that can kind of long range poke you before you can get close to them, do damage. It's very difficult to deal with that, and that's what we saw. I mean, Gyode does die for the first blood, but I mean he's still gonna have pressure because cQuay never backed for tank boots. He only got T2, so expect the lane to just go as it was before. Gyode gonna back and finish off his boots here.
Is the play now in solo that everyone gets tank boots since it's so OP?
I think so. For me, it kind of depends on the god. Like, I feel like if I was playing Set, cQuay gets a solo kill, actually, on his Zaku over in dual lane. Nice job by him. And Zaku just kind of didn't do any damage there. I'm not really sure what exactly he was doing. Beautiful cleanse.
It's the change after the cleanse.
Yeah, Teddy's going to pick up the kill here. He's just going to try to trade out his life. cQuay trying not to use the execute. Doesn't have to. And Teddy cleans up the kill, but I mean, cQuay getting that solo kill is good. I'm not really sure what Zaku was trying to do. I mean, he had beads, was fully like.
Well, I know Zaku well, and Zaku's always going to take the 1v1. He will not shy away from it.
I don't
it
even know
doesn't
if
matter.
He took the 1v1. cQuay is full HP.
I mean, it doesn't mean that he's going to win it, but he will take it. If you're going to aggress on him, he'll fight back.
We were talking about this tank boots thing, right? And previously, like, most solo laners were kind of like, before tank boots was meta, was like the two gods that you built it on were Caucasain and King Arthur, right? Mostly King Arthur. And then everybody started building it on every god. And then, but like, we got Caucasian over here, he's just trying to break the meta. Go the warrior Teddy over the tank boots. I'm not in love with that choice.
Don't need defense when you can kill him faster.
Yeah,
right?
Like he's got no defense with a very like risky start with the T2 rank does. Like gets poked out so easily. I mean, you're also playing against a team, not necessarily a lot of like tick damage, but definitely a lot of poke. Like the set, remember like Bluestone ticks, right? So you're gonna get tank's boot stats off of Bluestone. And then you got the disco with her poke. Like Like having those tank boots kind of helps you like survive that poke. Looks like Ice Age gonna start up this right Scorpion pretty early in the game. It's only 6 minutes in. They're gonna grab that. Maybe look for an early Pyromancer as a possibility. They do have the Alquang jungle. He's gonna finish this ring. So it could be an opportunity, but
did Gep just blink to get away? Okay, and it's a wasted ult, unfortunately.
Though. Good Gilgamesh ult, but the drop kick gets canceled by the Ares Flames, and Poseidon Kraken hits, but doesn't do enough damage. Alquang looking for the execute, does find it onto Juke boots, but now Zactify kind of in the middle of nowhere, but here comes the cQuay. There's the knock-up, cQuay finishing off Zactify, but not before. Little Munchie ends up following, and TasteOfDefeat trying to roll out, does eventually get away. Quixote trying to do something here with the set, but has to walk away here. Teddy on the chase.
It's just
and here
not
comes
enough.
The blink from Caucasain Asian, picks up the kill on the TasteOfDefeat, and Teddy grabs a kill onto the set.
And that's an early 4 kills in 7 minutes for Teddy. And it just looks like the train is rolling.
I mean, you talked about that's the 15 kill mark. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what we expect from Teddy nowadays. I mean, most of these games, as Juke Boots looking to secure his own blue buff and kicks him into the wall, uses the one.
He does. That's a massive bounty to pick up.
Teddy didn't have beads there. Nice play by Juke Boots, and yeah, that is a very big bounty. Loses the blue buff, but I mean, to stop the 4-0-2 train coming out from the Alquang, that's definitely a good look. I'm interested to see what Juke Boots opts for in this build. It looks like he's gonna go the trans on Gilgamesh. I know trans is like super popular right now in the jungle. He got a price decrease. You know, it's very valuable, especially if you get it stacked. But on a god like Gilgamesh, I just feel like he doesn't value it that much. Especially in the jungle. Like, I would have rather seen him go like something a little bit more tanky.
Can trans actually help him though? Like scale better? You just build trans and everything else like hybrid, and it just scales better with him.
Maybe
the damage that he's gonna lack.
Zactify ends up falling there. This mid 3v3 from Trash Pandas is gonna be pretty potent. I think you know the amount of pick the potential that they have as Teddy looking for a kill on the TasteOfDefeat is just way too low. And gets executed, and yeah, you just can't be there. Like with that low of HP, standing in front of an Alquang.
This is just gonna be the easiest executes of his life.
Yeah.
Because this Geb is the freest execute that he could possibly do. If he's ever in trouble in a massive team fight, you just take him up in the air.
I kind of wish Geb went beads first relic. I don't think that he should have gone this blink. I mean, I don't necessarily hate the blink pickup. I just think you get so much more value out of going beads. You don't get executed. You can use the beads for the Ares ult, so you don't have to save Geb ult every time you get Ares ulted. As Munchie maybe looking for a kill onto Mammoth, but misses the 2, so he's just going to look for the wave play instead.
Yeah, slowly but surely the game.
Despite Teddy 5-1-2, does have a slight EXP lead, but he is building this trans, so it's going to slow down his power curve a little bit. He's got to get that stacked up, whereas Teddy's kind of rolling with this build right now, getting the Ring of Hikate online. I definitely need to see some kind of cursed Onk or some kind of anti-heal coming out from Trash Pandas, because you cannot let this Alquang just lifesteal his heart away in the back.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think Cursed Onk's going to stop him anytime soon. The
red buff invade coming out.
Ridiculous.
Red buff coming in. Coming out from the Trash Pandas, they are able to pick that up, and Gebalt off the mark onto Teddy, who dashes away. Munchie getting chained.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Well,
supports are pretty.
Do you know if
low,
Zactify
right?
is a starting support for Ice Age?
No, he is not. He's a starting solo laner. So their actual starting support is Communist Sweden. He was not able to play today. I think he's working or something. So they had Zactify play support, and then Caucasain Asian, who's supposed to be their carry, is playing solo lane for them, and actually not doing too bad for himself. The build a little questionable, but overall not doing too bad. Zaku diving a tower by himself. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Doesn't matter. He picks up the kill and dies to the tower.
Well, he dies to Juke boots. It could have been an opportunity to pull the Gold Fury if Zaku didn't go for that tower dive. Mammoth was very low on HP. He kind of had to back. But you still have the Alquang and the Ares to tank. Caucasain Asian was there as well for zone. But Zaku getting a little too aggressive. Little Munchie looking for a kill on his Zactify. No disco ult available. So
But this is the problem that I have with Disco. It's just her damage is just very lackluster.
Zactify.
As he picks up the kill, but
Yeah, you
his
just ate
team
your
fights damage is very lackluster.
Yeah, again, like I think if you build smart, right? I mean, it's not hard to build smart mid lane, but like as long as you have pen, if you build smart and you're not like uber amounts behind, I think that you can still get value from this Discordia. You know, the disco passive is very potent. It is the carry, which kind of hurts a little bit. Like I would have rather seen it be on like the set or the Gilgamesh, just because they'd have a little bit more impact in these team fights. But I mean, it's still not horrible. You know, cQuay getting pretty active this game. I mean, that's good. I mean, he's switched to carry, so like you don't expect a ton, especially playing against somebody like Zaku who's been a carry for a long time. So it's good to see cQuay really step up in this game because they definitely need it. I mean, Gilgamesh has done Juke has done a nice job of staying in front in the EXP department. The later this game goes,
has done a very good job of staying equal with them in gold. The Apollo ulted on their tower kind of blew the gold lead that they actually had. As Teddy goes around,
Teddy and the Kraken does hit. Juke ends up falling, but Apollo's in the air, looking for the kill onto the set. Teddy picks up the kill onto TasteOfDefeat. Set grabbing the kill onto Mammoth, and welcome to set, ladies and gentlemen. The Caucasain Asian finding Munchie under the tower. That's a lot of set clones, and cQuay, that is not a trade you win, bud. Ends up dying to Teddy, who got himself a nice little double kill in that team fight. And like you said, the freest executes ever. Just going to keep executing this Geb every single team fight. And there's just nothing you can do about it. He doesn't have beads. Like, he's so far behind, and like he's level 8 right now.
I'm surprised they don't try and pick up the Gold Fairy, because I think Kong's damage is good enough with the dragons to actually pull that Gold Fairy.
Especially with, with Zaku also going into the jungle. I mean, the Pyro is definitely like a safer call, as Caucasain actually almost ties to it, but it's a little bit of a safer call. You can guarantee that objective, can't really guarantee the gold. I mean, we just haven't really seen a lot from, honestly, either of the mid laners this game. I mean, that was a pretty nice Kraken coming out from Mammoth, but for the most part, he's been on very low end of damage. Same with Zaku for Ice Age.
This is Mammoth's actually first season starting from the beginning. Yeah, he doesn't have to earn a spot. He is the starter of the season, so I'm actually excited to see how he performs throughout the year, because I know he actually made some very big strides last season when he came in week 5.
Interesting, interesting for build from Caucasain not going the Gaia. I mean, there's a ton of knockups for Trash Pandas, especially Geb. Like, you get a free Gaia proc off of Geb knockup every single time if he's trying to turn around and peel with that knockup. You got the knockup from Gilgamesh.
Apollo's looking for the cheeky purple buff invade, with the whole squad coming over there as well. Gilgamesh seems to be in possession, but I think they're just a little bit too late, and they're going to have to give this one up.
Zactify off the mark with the chains, and it seems like Trash Panda is ready to defend this. Geb rollout is activated, and he's way deep. Gets the beads out of Zaku, but Teddy just rips into cQuay. And beautiful Ares ult as well. Both of them get pulled. The execute comes out onto Seth, and Juke's boots is gonna fall here as well. Seth trying to pick up a kill on a Mammoth, but he's going to fall here to Caucasain, and that's a free Gold Fairy. Munchie just kind of has to sit and wait.
Wait and there's not much he can do. The Seth's going to, I mean, the outcome
Teddy's just going to kill him here. I mean, he's dead. So.
Yep. See you later.
10-1 on the, I mean, they're just letting him loose. Like nobody's stopping this Alquan. He's just doing whatever he wants.
It's just really hard to lock that god down.
I guess, but like you can't. That Geb ult wasn't horrible, but as soon as you Geb ult, that's immediately like a signal for Teddy to be like, all right, go win. Like I'm there's no CC, like lockdown CC for Trash Pandas. Like, I mean, their best lockdown is Geb ult, and they keep using it on not Teddy. And then you have cQuay, who just kind of stood there and took it all to the face before getting his dash off and just died. Like I don't know. It's just, I mean the amount of space that Teddy's creating, like it's crazy. Like he just kills the entire other team, lets his team kind of flow in to the team fight.
Last season, a lot of teams just went for Teddy first and then dealt with the team afterwards.
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
that's how you have to play against this Ice Age team. I don't think that you should be like, why are we Gebalting the Apollo with 3800 PD? Like I that doesn't make any sense to me. Like we should be focusing the Alquang, you know, get the beads out of the Alquang early in these team fights, then look to kill him with the disco ult so he can't, you know, dash away. But instead, they're not going for it. Seth's going to die here once again to the Alquang execute.
See you later. Well, Set, though, is on the back line. It looks like Teddy's going to go in to help him. The Ansel is proc, but Set is on the run. He does not want to deal with this fed Alquang.
It's also trying to run away from Caucasain, and Zactify kicks him away, but Zactify is here. Looking to pick up the kill. Can he hit the chains? Doesn't need to. There's the Poseidon Whirlpool and Caucasain damage, and I don't even think cQuay was in that fight. That was a 5v4 to begin with, and
To start the fight, though, Caucasian Agent actually did a great job zoning away the disco from the start of the fight, which led the Geb being completely out of place.
yeah.
So great job for Caucasian, who's an ADC main, by the way.
Yeah, he's not even a solo. He's actually doing a really good job this game, you know, despite not being a solo laner. Well done from the Caucasian man. I always thought Caucasian was a good player. Like last season, I always thought he was, you know, top 4 ADC. Like I didn't think he was bad at all. Just like some issues with the team or something. Got traded a couple times and never really found a spot. But I mean, overall, I thought Caucasian was a valuable player. So I'm excited to see him, you know, get to play once again. Really interesting. This set build is I didn't even look at it, but I'm a little bit confused. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I have seen Berserker Shield in like 4 months on like any god. It got heavily nerfed to the point where it was really not that valuable to build. It's very expensive, especially going at that early. Just kind of a weird item to build. Like I think if right now, if you're gonna play this set solo lane, you kind of have to build very tanky, not so hybridy wise, but just go straight tank and let your base damage do the damage for you. I mean, he's got a lot of like good damage off of his kit. I mean, if you get the ult off and have a bunch of clones with that skewer, I mean, they're toast regardless of if you're building damage. So the question is, will we get to the point where this Geb buys a second relic?
I'm gonna get to the point of saying yes, they will get to that point because Ice Age is finding it a little bit slow, but they will get there.
If I'm Ice Age,
it's just a little bit too late.
If I'm Ice Age, I run it down left. I know Caucasian doesn't have beads, so they could wait for that. But I feel like they just run it down left. I mean, they have such a big lead, 8K gold lead, almost 9K. It's weird not to press this lead as hard as they probably could, especially how hard they've been winning these team fights. I mean, again, it's a free execute on this Geb every single time. I don't even think I've seen a Chiron cleanse on these Alcong ults. So,
like I said, it's one of the hardest cleanses to execute.
I mean, yeah, but that needs to be communicated. Like that's your secondary line of defense. You know how much that swings if Alcong goes for an execute and gets immediately cleansed? Like that's huge, especially without like using beads or anything like that. And we just haven't really seen it. I don't think they should be defending this.
Massive two-man stripe, just not enough to really steer them off.
Yeah, good poke. I mean, they're gonna fire giant sustain, so it wasn't too bad. I don't think they should be defending this T2. I think they're too far behind.
I mean, if they're gonna do it, they're gonna wait for that. Geb has to get a really big,
absolutely. They're
absolutely big
they're
cataclysm.
14K. Well, they actually gave up on that. They're gonna go the Gold Fury, I guess. Wow, just that amazes me. It's a level 16 disco. Like what is she gonna do to you? I don't know.
Tickle you.
Yeah. It's just weird to give that up. Like you had so much. You have a 10K gold lead, 14K XP lead, and you're just gonna walk away from the tower. I mean, and do Gold Fury. I guess I don't know.
It's the safer play.
Munchie really probably dead here.
Yeah, see you later. Back to the base. You're welcome. On to the next. Teddy's creeping up to that 15 kill mark.
So you were worried about the disco, and your worries were correct. I don't necessarily think that it's like his fault per se. I don't think it's the pick's fault, but
I just feel
you
like
just
if the
can't get
way to
away.
adjust, if you're gonna adjust for game two at this point, I think you just ban every hyper carry known to man that this guy plays in the jungle and hope that you can win the game off of that. I'm surprised they didn't continue banning junglers into that second ban phase.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused on why they banned mid laners too. Especially they banned their own mid laners god pool. Like they took away the Ra and the Scylla, which are both, Munchie kind of gods. Like it's weird that you opt to take those away and not focus out the jungler like you did. I mean, you saw what Ice Age did. They banned 5 mid laners. Like they said, okay. Like and when it comes down to this really is like the tale of Munchie versus Teddy. Ice Age was like, let's just ban out Munchie, see what he plays. And Trash Pandas had the same plan. I mean, they came into a firing, taking out the Kali, Pele, Tsukiyomi, and just kind of left the. I feel like if the Alquang was maybe taken off the table, it was going to be a Mercury pick, um, something like that. So
Trying to think back to last season, Set doesn't really have that great of a performance, right, in Valhalla in general, right?
no,
He
I don't.
doesn't
I
win
don't
very
really think
often.
so. He gets banned a lot, but like when he does get played, he doesn't really win a ton. So
Maybe that god is just a bait and people are just still falling for it.
I think I don't think Set's that good right now. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm not in love with the pick. I feel like the nerfs to his damage and like they nerfed his 3 and then the mitigations, the pressure, whatever. Like it, I just feel like the constant nerfs to that god and kind of like the shift in the meta to like more of a trans kind of thing just hasn't really helped him. Um, especially in the solo lane. Like like obviously Gyore
Yeah,
had a uber amounts of pressure this game, but I
yeah.
think that was more due
I'm
to
not
the.
sure how much his cat shield is actually going to help out the set either. I feel like he probably needed a Onis and a Wing Blade
I
to
mean,
help him
like you
just
just
run
look at the
everybody
other
down.
team though. Like they have a cursed onk. Like
Yep.
Catch not
Yep.
going to do
The moment
anything
you
against
go
cursed
in,
onk.
pop the Yonk, you die.
Big damage coming out from the Gilgamesh on the back line, and Caucasian
Dude's
Asian is just
zoning.
kind of zoning 4 people by himself.
He doesn't care. He's on
Gyote
a
just kills
tear.
Zaku, picks up the kill on the Juke boots as Caucasian Asian just walked out of that in a 4v1 with 3/4 of his HP. That
It
I mean,
doesn't matter. It just there's not enough that Discordia can do. You don't have that big burst damage coming out of that god, and
Teddy taking a
it's just
lot
the
of
way the
damage
god
here
is.
to the Titan, and Caucasian Asian picks up the kill on the cQuay. Munchie finally picks up a double kill on the Caucasian and Zactify, but that's going to be the game. 23:40 on the clock, 26-11 in kills. Ice Age cruising to a dub.
12,
Teddy
1,
didn't
and
hit
10.
that. Yeah, Teddy didn't hit the 15 kill mark, but I think Caucasian really stepped up that game for Ice Age. Teddy obviously 12, 1, and 10. I mean, that's one of the better performances you can see.
What would you like to see on the side of Trash Pandas do to adjust going
Number
into the
one,
next game?
I think I agree with you. I think they need to take away the hard carry junglers. I think they go for the same bands in the top 3. I don't actually think Juke Boots had a bad performance. I think he did a really good job of staying ahead in XP. Despite like Teddy being like what, like 6-1-4 or something like that. Juke Boots
Yeah,
had
he
the
was
level
even.
lead on it. So
No, he
like
was even. He was even. He picked up the bounty that kept him even on the
like
blue buff.
I don't think Juke Boots did that bad on this Gilgamesh. And you look at what Ice Age did that game. Like I mean, let's just face the facts. Zaku had 6.2
Unfortunately, lifesteal
KPD.
doesn't help.
Like that's just not really gonna cut it. So I'm not particularly worried about what Zaku did that game. Mammoth had some nice Krakens, but again, overall very low PD. So you just look at what Teddy was able to do, and you're just like, okay, let's ban the same 3 bans: Kali, Pele, Tsukiyomi. Like I would rather them have Teddy on Tsukiyomi than something like an Alquang or a Mercury, where he can literally hard carry the game. Um, just off of those gods. Whereas Tsukiyomi, you can kind of hard carry with it, but like he's so like he just ults in and dies immediately. So, um, Phoenix, I think you're having problems with your stream.
Okay.
Get Maybe my stream just froze. I don't know.
No, he closed. He's restarting this.
Oh, I know.
His display.
Little bit of an intermission, real quick. KWM Thor versus Olympians, like dead even right now. Olympians is doing a fire giant, getting a ton of poke right now. Marshmallow actually might die to this. And ooh, almost.
Rogue is having a really good. I mean,
Is 8-4 and 0 or 8-4-1 right now. I mean,
yeah.
Cyber's not doing too bad either. 6-4.
Fuzzy's having
Yeah, Fuzzy 8-1-5. Not in love with this Guan Yu pick. I feel I don't know when they picked the Guan Yu, but into Caucasain or Cthulhu, that's a terrible matchup. So
not sure.
anyway, back to our set. What do you think needs to change? Because I think again, like not that any I thought Caucasian stepped up big time, and maybe you look at a Caucasain.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think Munchie's going to get to play Giannis, which is going to get rid of a lot of his safety. I think you go for one of the top 2 mids in the game, or top 3 if you want to say it that way. You're going to go pick up a Raijin early. It doesn't matter. Like, the god shreds everybody in sight. There's a reason he's getting nerfed. You
I agree.
Keep banning out Teddy. Give your carry a god that he can actually carry with, and then hope you can just stay closely. I don't know. Maybe go back to make Seth play or TasteOfDefeat play a warrior support. Just give him something. Make him play assassin support. You have to switch up the game style. You can't make a jungler switch to solo or support and then expect him to play Geb and play well. It's just not happening.
I think that if
yes, everyone knows the secret to success on Ice Age, but the factor is shutting down their best player that's a legitimate hard carry, probably the best jungler in Valhalla history. Oh, while we have you here, Mammoth, if they can hear you, what do you anything eye-opening things for you that you saw?
Mammoth, you mean Phoenix?
I mean Phoenix. I apologize.
Yeah, so from watching it, Teddy is doing Teddy things. But if there's one thing I've learned as we're getting into the game, I'll talk about it really quick and then shush my mouth. Just they need to be careful with their wards. I wasn't checking word counts and stuff, but Ice Age was just kind of waltzing through their jungle and doing whatever they wanted, and there really wasn't any sort of proactivity out of Trash Pandas. So I'd like to see them try and possibly go for something, maybe early game, and see if they can get an advantage there, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing maybe pull out a Circuit support for TasteOfDefeat. Just give them something to be proactive.
Yeah, it's just if you have against an Kwang, you just get farmed. There's not much you can do about it.
So we gotta switch up in the Ice Age roster. The boy Caucasian Asian is not gonna be playing this game. It's gonna be FearfulHazard instead.
Okay. Fearful playing support.
I think he's playing solo lane.
Wait, but you said Zactify is their solo. But as we say that, Pele does get picked up on the side of. They're gonna strip the pick Pele, as we said that already.
Oh my god.
And Caucasain's looking like it's going to be picked up again. It's just being hovered at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Pele pickup. I think Pele is a great god, especially with the shell nerfs.
It's one of Juke Boot's better gods too. I think I remember seeing him playing Pele and Cleaver.
Now, on this side of if I'm on Trash Panda side, from what I know about Teddy playing Set last season, I would be okay with him locking it in. I think it's a lot easier to deal with. And as he doesn't do that, they're good. Okay, so they're just hovering around. They're still trying to figure out what they want to do.
If I'm them, I mean the Caucasain pickup, sure. Caucasian's obviously not playing again, right? But
ZakuZz a notorious Apollo.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I was them, I think they just take the Apollo here. They're gonna.
I don't mind the Ares run back. The Ares run back isn't really that poor. It just played well. Ares is good into Pele as well.
I
Don't
I
mind
I
the
don't
pick.
I don't mind the Ares. I just think that they should have probably like if I'm Trash Pandas, I think you take Apollo here. Um, I know they're gonna take like Guan Yu or something. Gyota is gonna play Guan Yu. Um, Sobek being hovered. I mean, it's more aggressive than Geb. I just, man, it's so tough because like if he's unable, you have to pick Munchie's pick here. Like, there's no way like you don't take Raijin or something. Like if they let Munchie's pick fall, oh, they're gonna do it again. I just think that's a misplay. I just think that's
I think it. I think Munchie is scared to pick his pick. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna call it out. I think he's afraid to pick his pick early. You're the hard carry of the team. Start having priority of yourself. Trust yourself at this point. You know you're their win condition, so I don't understand why you're not picking your pick.
I don't
There's no
understand
mystery.
why. I don't understand. I just think Trash Pandas is misinterpreting why they lost that game. Like, they ban the Alcoin, like they switch up the bans and they take the Pele for themselves. I don't mind that. I think that's fine. But I don't think you can allow this mid pick to go to bottom two again. You watched what Ice Age did with their ban flat. They banned 5 mid laners. Like, are you gonna let them ban 5 mid laners again and make your mid laner play something that is not his best god? Like, take the Raijin, take the Merlin, take something like that, and you're just gonna let them do the exact same thing. They're gonna ban Raijin here again, and now you're gonna force yourself onto like something like Raw, which isn't horrible, but like it's just gonna get so easily dove by this cQuay. I don't know. The Poseidon ban. I don't think I've ever seen Poseidon ban in my life. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
It's gonna be this exact same pick. So
you ban Raw? I don't
what
know, bro.
What are you stuck into now? Disco again? Disco wasn't the answer last game. It's not gonna be the
Yeah,
answer this game. Scylla's up, but
but like,
don't they? But
they
they have
need
the first pick.
pressure.
But Ice Age has the first pick.
Yeah, if
They
I'm
just
Ice
they
Age,
strip
take
the
Scylla.
Scylla. Exactly. Like, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what they do. I mean, I guess now it leaves like if he just feels like he's gonna have no safety, I guess he just goes into picking Nuwa, and that guy's not gonna do anything until it's level 20 full build. Like, I just don't know what they do. So okay, so they're gonna go into the Zhong, but like I just don't see how it's gonna help. Like, he's gonna go in and commit kamikaze essentially and try and take out as many as he can and hope that his team can clean it up.
You also don't have any CC immunity for the Ares. We saw the lackluster like Chiron immunities for the Ares alt last game. So if you're really trying to rely on that, that's it's not something you should be relying on. If you're the cQuay, I
Yeah,
no
you called the
surprise we'll see
Guan
it
Yu
go on
pick.
you.
Not surprised. I think if you have a rookie soul laner, you let him play his comfort pick every time.
Yeah, I mean he never plays Guan the first game. He always plays it the second game.
And they are
Junk.
this is
Dude. Okay, see, I agree with you. I think I'd much rather have Teddy on the set, but I don't understand why are we picking our mid laner bottom two and making it play something like Jean Kui against Ares, Caqulin, Scylla, Medusa. Like, Medusa is one of the best tank shredding ADCs in the game. She will eat that Jean Kui alive as soon as he blinks in. Like, ugh. Ugh, I have to go Ice Age here again. There's just no way. I think Trash Pandas didn't understand why they lost that game. Did they do a better job of drafting somewhat pressure? Sure, but this Shankly is just gonna have a rough time. I don't see how he doesn't. As we get into the game, gonna be game 2, Ice Age versus Trash Pandas. I have Ice Age, taking the 2-0. I think it's totally possible for Trash Pandas if they are able to keep Teddy behind on the set. We saw it last season; teams did it to him, so it is possible, to deal with this set. They have a decent amount of like CC. I just think cQuay is just gonna have a really rough one this game though, because we see Munchie play this Jean Kui, and he's very divey with it. And I think that's how you should play Jean Kui. I don't think you should sit in the back line with that god. But then you'd kind of leave your carry open to just getting destroyed. And a Chiron is not going to be the best in terms of self peel in the carry role. So, if and we saw it last game. I mean, he was just getting eaten alive by Caucasain on the Caqulin. So
I will say that
It's-
Set's gonna have a little bit more difficult time to get in there, and with there is no get out of jail free card with Set.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
There's no execute to take him up in the air when he's low. I mean, granted, I don't think he got really under half other than his death.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the switch up of the solo lane builds. Gyode going the TT rank does now on the Guan. Kukulkan gonna go the Bluestone start.
You don't go the those pots, right? When you go the Rongo's Mass?
No, you definitely
Chalice?
just go Chalice.
I
Not
was
really
just
sure
making
why he went pots. So that's risky. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense on Guan. He has sustain,
You could fight
but
through
I
the
don't
way
know.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, you could
Pop
fight a
both
little
and
bit
fight.
better. I just feel like if you're playing against Kukulkan though, right? Like Kukulkan's immediately gonna get pressure as soon as he transforms. So it's like it's not even gonna matter if you have pressure on the first wave. Because he's just gonna transform and get it back. He's just gonna push you out of your Tallow Assault, and then like you don't have any defense, so it's very likely that you could die. Gyode also didn't go Beads first relic, he went the Blink, which means that as soon as his ult's down, that's a free rotation for Zactify to just rotate over and get that Ares ult on top of him. TasteOfDefeat also went the Blink in support as well. Pele also has a Blink. Like there's a lot of opportunities for this Ares to get good ults if
I would have just went Beads again on the Sobek. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'd rather not get my ult forced.
Yeah. I think whenever you're playing against an Ares,
Buffer
it's Fearful
almost
Hazard.
gets it.
I mean, that's what we expected, right? But I think if you're the enemy support playing against an Ares, I think you should be going Beads, unless you have like a hell on your team. As TasteOfDefeat picks up a kill. That's nice. That's a first blood over in the duo lane. 4 Trash Pandas. A lot of pressure over in solo lane for Gyode as well. But we saw this last game, and now he's got to be really careful of a gank. Like we saw a level 3 gank from an Alquang. Like that's an Alquang. Like if you died at Alquang at level 3, you're definitely dying to a set at level 3. So he's got to be very, very careful, especially with not going any tankiness in this build. You know, not having the Bluestone health. So definitely gonna have to be a little bit more careful for a rotation if he wants to play aggressive again.
I don't think we're gonna really see much out of the set early. I think once he hits level 5 is when he's gonna make more of an impact. I'm gonna play a little bit safe until you have that ult.
I agree. I mean, but we thought nice secures the oracles.
Oh, but the Ares does get the wraparound, does get the 2 chains and 3 chains onto the Sobek.
Is gonna die here. Yeah.
You would think he's gonna die. He does end up falling, goes to the side of Teddy with the second kill of the game. Oh man, it's so unfortunate. They just wrapped around on them. They had no vision too.
Yeah, I think that was a really heads up play by SH duo lane, because I mean if I was that duo lane, probably just clear the wave and do scorpions and stuff, but there's definitely a heads up play by them. Not only that, it leaves open this purple buff invade, but Juke is on this side of the map, and he actually is going to go for this defense. If Munchie rotates over as well, could be an opportunity for a kill. Blink comes out onto Zactify, but cQuay did not follow up at all, and Zaku dashes in, picks up the kill. Now Zactify is trying to help his carry. I just think that was...
Oh, they're going to pick up 2 of them because of that. But
if cQuay was there...
Teddy is lurking. Oh.
If cQuay was there, I don't think Juke Boots dies. I think that was a misplay. Or I don't know if miscommunication or something, but cQuay went for the wave and kind of left its Pele out to dry. I mean, I guess it kind of worked out because Zaku thought he could dash in, but I think Zaku's dashing in there regardless. I mean, that's just kind of player he is. So
win and die, but live and die by the W key.
Yeah, it's weird because Zaku plays like that, but his favorite god is Jingwei. Doesn't make any sense.
Not in this league. Not in this league.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But
he's the
the Medusa, as
Gyode with a huge solo kill.
Yeah.
Pele is going to run into the set right now. I don't think there's really much going to go on. Set's going to just pick up that wave. Oh, no, he is going to commit onto the Guan Yu. The Pele does ult. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think she's going to lose the trade, and yes, she does. Teddy ends up picking up a double kill. 3-0-0.
Already hot to a half start, and Juke Beat's down 0-2 right now.
Munchie does have a slight level lead in mid lane right now. Actually, it's a 2-level lead. Probably more on the level and a half. So
Anyway, I was gonna go back to this Medusa pick. So like with the
cooldown boots.
with the
Interesting.
bluestone, like with the bluestone starts in ADC and like Chiron being meta and stuff like that, we expected to see a lot more Medusa, and for a while we did. And then I think people kind of realized that Medusa dash is terrible. And then they were like, probably not. So like Chiron became meta, and then people were playing Medusa to play against Chiron, and it just wasn't worth it. Like, I think Medusa is a great tank shredder with the Viper shot. I mean, obviously you got the anti-heal if the Caquay dives.
Yeah, but you got to commit the dash.
You got to commit the dash.
Exactly. I don't think you want to do that into a Caquay.
I feel like Medusa's kit is just kind of fundamentally wrong. Like, wouldn't you want the anti-heal on the 2? Like
on the 1.
No, definitely not on the 1 because that would be OP. But if you had it on the 2, it would make more sense. It's harder to hit in team fights, right?
She just has a very outdated kit. That's the
Teddy
problem.
Teddy ganking cQuay over here. cQuay goes into the ult. There's really no reason to go into the ult, probably just for safety. Survives with low HP, but Teddy's still on the left side of the map, and it looks like Ice Age mid lane getting a little active over here. Pluck goes on to Teddy, but no follow-up from Munchie as Juke looking for a kill on a Mammoth. Does still have the ultimate available. Purple buff goes to the way of Trash Pandas, and Trash Pandas doing a really good job of farming, almost up 2k gold right now. And I think a lot of that has to be in the mid lane. I mean, Mammoth has been under pressure pretty much the entire game. And going back to like what you were saying about the blue boots, by the way, we've like discussed this, you know, within like the inner circle, right, of this Munchie Caquay build. And it's very confusing because he doesn't like to go lifesteal on Caquay, but he goes the Vamp Shroud. So like if he gets cursed onked, he's still gonna take that extra damage from healing because he has the Vamp Shroud. So it's kind of counterproductive. Like at that point, you just go more lifesteal.
I don't think it works with lifesteal, does it?
Yeah. All healing is like that change was made a little bit ago, but all healing, regardless of what it is considered healing. So lifesteal is technically considered healing. But so like the build doesn't make a lot of sense because he just goes like this power pen build on Caquay. Doesn't go like Bancrofts or Typhons, which is maybe what you'd expect on this god.
I mean, he's gonna get in, he's gonna go and do his damage and die. I mean, that's kind of what he's doing.
But I think like if you go like the Bancroft, like Bancrofts isn't only used for lifesteal. Like it's also used for power. The lower health you are, the more power you get from that item. So would it make more sense if you just want to go in and die that you'd get an item that makes you do more damage the lower health you are, like regardless of the lifesteal? Because you're already getting cursed onked affected with the Vamp Shroud, so there's really no reason.
Maybe with the new build, he might make up for the loss of the lifesteal from his boots with the new Magus. I think Magus does like 15% lifesteal now, right? Could be a thing as well.
Isn't it? Is it 15? I think it's like 7 or 8, something like that.
Caquay gonna be
the beads getting forced out of the Caquay by the Ares ult.
Going for early sovereignty as well on the side of Soba.
Yeah, Gyode having a nice little level lead over here in the solo lane. About a level and a half. Same with Munchie. So the lanes just exploding right now. Phoenix, you there, bud? We alive?
We're good.
All right.
It's back. It is. Nice.
Whoa. Yeah, so
Bonnie is probably going to pick up a solo kill here if he hits all the swipes. No, he bails away because the Ares is on his way. But he doesn't have an ult. I wouldn't have been scared.
Juke boots.
But he blinks back in.
Here.
Does end up eating the knockup. Juke ults in. Is not going to find the kill. Yes, he does. Yelte will pick it up. Well, there's 4 people on the side of solo. The solo side of the map. I think this is a free Scorpion pull if they want to do it themselves. TasteOfDefeat doesn't want to let them step back. Teddy is autoing away on this crocodile. The Pele comes in, knocks them up, and he is gone. Guillote with another kill. Guillote having a much better game so far. Is Guillote rushing?
He's doing mystical now, yes.
Okay. I was gonna say that. You know what? Whatever.
I think I've seen. I don't remember who did that. I think it was like Solar Troll or something did that.
Is it for the CCR that comes with it? So you're at 20%.
I guess. I don't know. It's also for like pressure, but I feel like if you're playing Guan Yu, he's like a lot of mana problems. So I feel like I'd rather have like a breastplate or something like that. I don't know. I guess you do go Genjis in that build anyway, so it doesn't like affect you too much.
I haven't paid really much attention to Smite game, so that's why I was asking.
cQuay has a very large lead over in dual lane in terms of stacks. Zaku rushed the boots, so it's definitely like Trash Panda is looking good in the lanes. I mean, they've kept Teddy pretty. Like Teddy got 3 early kills, but since then hasn't really done a lot on this. And I mean, you got a lot of pressure in solo lane. You expect once he finishes this mystical mail, I expect him to rotate over, look for a Gold Fury pull. Mammoth has been under pressure literally the entire game in mid lane. cQuay definitely ahead in that stacks department, so yeah, he's going to be putting out more
slight level
damage.
lead as well in support.
Yeah. So, and again, like Juke Boots 0-2, but still, you know, I mean, he's done a really good job of farming. Like, I mean, this I mean,
Been around half the kills as well.
Yeah, despite Trash Pandas losing that first game, I mean, I don't really think you can look at Juke Boots that game and be like, wow, that was an issue. So, like, I mean, if that's, I don't know if, like, this is their 100% solution. Like, I know they traded for Juke Boots, but I mean, so far, he's doing really a good job. As it looks like Trash Panda's ready to set up for this Gold Fury, but they're going to look for a pick onto Zaku beforehand.
I don't think
Zaku has
knows.
the dash.
Yes, he does. He's going to pop the one. He is able to get the dash off in time.
Oh.
And just like that, he's going to be in his tower.
I think if you go for that, you got to go for it, like under the tower. I don't think you can just walk over, use a blink, and let him dash away like that, because now
Well, he missed the block off the blink. That's the problem.
Well, he missed his 2. I don't think he used the pluck.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, he used his 2. I think, well, that it's a little bit rough, too, because now you let Ice Age know that you're on the left side of the map. So you immediately tell Mammoth and Zactify, hey, they might try to pull a Gold Fury off of this. So they kind of hover around that side of the map. Teddy knows as well, so he's going to strip that right farm. So now you're just kind of at a loss. Like, that was a waste of a gank.
About to spawn too. It's about 10-15 seconds off.
Gyote's still proxying.
Yeah, this might turn out bad. No, they're going to let him proxy. Gyote has a 3-level lead. I did not realize that.
He is very big. He's level 14, but this is why I needed him to see the rotation over to the Gold Fury. Get this. He is
looking for the rotation right now. It doesn't have the really good read onto the Scylla. You get the crush off. The dash is forced. He can walk himself over to the Gold Fury at the moment because Scylla has no safety other than the ult at the moment. He's zoning the areas away, and it seems like they're picking up gold at the moment. I can't really tell. Yeah, it's about half HP
Zaku
now.
has his ult, though. They don't have the best secure with the Xiangqui. Gyote blinks in. Gold Fury is leashed.
Oh,
beautiful
four-man ult.
And there's the Scylla
as well.
Juke Boots immediately dies. As Munchie picks up a kill, same with cQuay. As Munchie is actually fragging out in the back line, cQuay and Seth are able to make it out very, very low, but Munchie is full HP right now. Seth is barely able to get out. FearfulHazard has to run away as well. Gyote and Munchie on the chase, and somehow, some way, despite a 4-man Ares ult and like, what was it, like a 2-3-man Scylla ult, Ice Age loses that fight.
I don't know if TasteOfDefeat intentionally meant to pluck Teddy away the moment he dashed in, but it worked out in their favor.
Oh, absolutely.
My lord. That was a great pluck.
Yeah. I don't think it was on purpose, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was.
I think that saved the fight because
pluck.
Teddy was just trying to chip down cQuay.
Yeah, and
he
cQuay was able to get out.
100 HP.
Yeah, cQuay and Seth were both able to get out because of the pluck. Munchie got a nice blink onto the back line and absolutely destroyed Zaku and Mammoth. That's like, I mean, he does go the Magus, like you said, so I like that a little bit better. I still think Lifesteal Boots probably a little more worth, but TasteOfDefeat just dashed in, and I mean,
he's just dead. See you later.
There's kind of those moments where you kind of just call your teammate stupid and move on, and that's just one of those moments, man. You know, isn't it like it's just like it's just a mistake. We move on. I mean, it maybe opens up an opportunity for Ice Age to pull this Pyro, but I mean, you've got Gyode rotating over. Somehow lost his 3-level lead.
I think it was the rotation. FearfulHazard was able to pick up a wave in solo and then pick up a wave in mid on his rotation over to the Valkyrie. And to be fair, the Caucasain behind are just relatively even.
I think what you said at the beginning of this game too. I think it's coming to fruition. Let Teddy play the set, because clearly it's having a significantly less impact on the set. And not only that, but set scales worse than Alclon does. So, the later this game goes, especially if Trash Pandas pick up a Cursed Ankh, like, set's going to have a very tough time killing anybody in the backline. And you look at Munchie, level 15 right now, 3 levels ahead of Mammoth. Mammoth rushes the Divine, so his power spike is kind of awkward on the Scylla. Doesn't really have a lot of damage right now. I mean, I don't hate rushing the Divine. He kind of needed it, but it definitely hurts, that early game for the Scylla.
ZakuZz is behind set, but he is going to end up sneaking himself away, but he's going to get a consolation score.
I mean, if I'm Trash Pandas, I'm pulling every single objective and baiting them in and running at them. Like,
they're actually doing a really good job of forcing Teddy's dash.
Yeah.
As well.
And they're going to pull this Pyromancer right now. This is pretty much going to be free. Really no contest at all from Ice Age. And cQuay is there, but it's a little late on the right side. And they might try to look for a pick on the cQuay. He only has half of his rage. There's the dash. Pluck off the mark. That's a console pluck right there.
I'm not really sure why he's going for the pluck with nobody around him either. You're not going to get any better.
You know what I'm also not really sure about? Why is he going this Gauntlet of Thebes very late? If you have the lead,
he rushed Sovereignty.
I know he rushed Sov, but if you're rushing the Sov and you have this much of a lead, wouldn't you just build something a little bit more like honestly, I wouldn't have minded a Pride win. I mean, I think Stone and Binding sucks, but like maybe go for that. You know what he could have also gone like Talisman.
Yeah, you just go.
Well,
you just go
really put the pressure on.
Yourself tanky. And Munchie does pick up the Typhon's Fang, which is going to increase his healing. That's why I did.
Yeah. So he has officially changed the cQuay build from what we once knew last season. I like this cQuay build a lot more. I think you still have decent pen with it. But he's got 10%, 10 flat.
Doesn't Vamp give him prots? So actually it makes him tankier too. Yeah, that's actually good.
Yeah, it gives 10. It's gonna get 15 next patch.
What? Okay.
Yeah, they're buffing. Yeah, they're buffing it.
They're buffing Norm.
Yeah, they're buffing Snooze.
Oh, the
actually.
huge blink, but it does hit the minion. That darn minion got in the way.
You guys have no idea.
Oh, but they blink back in again. The Syncum is on the mark. It's gonna stop the dash from Gyode.
Ice Age is behind. Beautiful blink in by FearfulHazard on the Gyode. There's a 3-man Ares ult as well. Every ult is forced outside of Trash Pandas. And Zactify and FearfulHazard kind of by themselves. Zaku on the rotation. As Teddy is in the back. I hear set autos going off. I can't see set autos, but something is going on.
I don't know what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, but it looks like it's a stall and everyone's on the run, but Zaku somehow picks up a kill. And Munchie is dead as well. I don't know what's going on. And here we are. I see the tower again. 2 people are dead.
TasteOfDefeat and Munchie. Your stream like froze really bad.
Yeah. I had no idea
we had no idea what's going on. But TasteOfDefeat and Munchie end up dying. 2 for 0. I honestly thought that was going to go a lot better, but again, beautiful ult by Zactify literally forced everything out of Trash Pandas at once.
I think Zactify lived because of the Pride Win bubble. Munchie's ult was actually chipping away at his shield.
Well, Cherry going to be started by Ice Age here. Gyode is here, but Little Munchie has not spawned, and TasteOfDefeat walking out of base. This is a 5v3 right now on this Gold Fury. Gyode into the ult. Gold Fury has been taken by Ice Age, and Trash Pandas finding their way out right now. And man, Zactify, not the prettiest stat line, but god dang it, these Ares ults have been pretty impressive. Like, he's not really pulling anybody, but he forces so many relics and ults. Like he forced Guan, Sobek, and cQuay beads.
Unfortunately, on what you were asking for, the frenzy is on the Sobek, so
Oof. I don't know. I feel
I'm not a fan of the frenzy pickup.
I'm not a fan of the frenzy pickup either. I think I would have rather seen the curse donk.
But you know what? There's no room. They have about a 3K gold lead. I hate doing math.
Trying to push the pedal to the metal. I don't hate it. Right?
Exactly. That's the way I see it. It's like if you want to try and push it.
The problem is you just lost that fight, and I don't know if that's, you know, like if.
Well, if they pick up a kill here, then it's gonna be bad. Yelty doesn't have all. He's just begging for this ult to come up. He's just juking his little mind out. He's probably got like 10 seconds on the ult. Is he gonna die? He is gonna die.
That opens up an opportunity for the Fire Giant because cQuay and Juke Boots are both on the left side of the map right now. They're gonna split push this tower.
I think they are gonna go for fire. I think the best play possible for the side of Trash Pandas is to split the map. No, cQuay is going to back. I think it's just a missed opportunity.
Yep, that's the wrong play. I agree. There's no, like, even if he does get here in time, it's going to be when the fire is super low. They don't even win in the secure. Like, as long as Zactify, they're actually going to turn and fight here. Sobek ult is forced by Zactify. He has the Ares ult and no blink. So if he can get an Ares ult on the Sobek, he's dead. And this what they're looking for right now is Zactify just needs to step up a little bit. Juke Boots is behind Ice Age right now, and Gyode is spawning in 5 seconds. Ice Age need to do something here. They can't just let them respawn and walk into the Fire Giant pit, and they are looking like they're gonna leash the objective again or pull it.
They need the
Juke Boots is still and they're still behind. Like Juke Boots is still behind the entire team. They have no idea. They don't. Oh man, FearfulHazard very low on rate. Yeah, I mean if I'm Trash Pandas, you just wait it out. Now Gyode's back.
Pluck is off the mark. Gyode's on the chase, does commit the dash, does.
Juke Boots is finally found out by Zaku and FearfulHazard, but now Trash Panda's looking to play aggressive here. Zaku has to dash away, but FearfulHazard a little bit off. Oh my goodness, that was a fat Medusa. Munchie blinks in, but he's by himself. Somebody look at this wrong. Wait. Munchie picks up a kill on the FearfulHazard. Gyode onto Zaku, and Juke Boots about to die to set here. Mammoth picks up that kill with the ultimate. Gyode finds that kill onto Mammoth, and Teddy picks up a double kill.
And this is
Zaku
a bloodbath.
Finishing off with Munchie, and cQuay the only one by himself trying to trade with Zactify. He's winning this trade right now. Can he find the kill? The autos aren't off the mark. Kills him with the dash. And Zaku gets the final kill for the Dia side. It's going to be a risky Fire Giant pull. Teddy's
I don't think they do it. I think they just push away. You'll be able to get your towers off here. I send Teddy to mid, keep Zaku on the solo side. You're going to be able to pick up towers all over the map. Instead, they're going to hover over to Pyromancer when you can pick that up after you take the tower. But, you know.
I agree. I think you go for the tower play there. You get positioning on the map. I mean, all of the Trash Pandas towers are up right now. You kind of.
I mean, all their buffs are up as well. I think it's just a very big missed opportunity to strip everything.
Teddy also needs to back here, and
very big missed opportunity in my opinion.
Zaku isn't backing either, so now that gives Trash Pandas an opportunity to respawn, get back to this Fire Giant. Zaku has to back eventually.
Could you imagine if they just took the tower, took the blue, took the backs, took the speed, and then end up at Pyromancer? Look at like that gold lead. Now you end up in a gold lead instead of just being even.
I mean, look at Ice Age's carries right now. They're both on the left side of the map. It's almost like they gave up on this Fire Giant. If I'm Trash Pandas, I walk over to Fire Giant and pull it, because Zaku is literally in duo lane right now. But Munchie's doing his red buff. cQuay backed again. I don't know if he's back. I think he's walking out of base. Oof. I don't know. I think it was a misplay by both teams.
Just a bubble pickup for Zactify. There's not really that many. It's not really going to interrupt him that much because I mean he has a knockup immunity. It's just preventing the blink pluck from ever working on him. I like the pickup. I really do.
If you're, I don't know if Trash Pandas is scared to like try to pull this objective or something. Beautiful blink. Again, these blink ults have been so good. Forces the ult and the beads from Gyode and cQuay. I mean, Gyode around the back uses the Guan ult onto Zaku, who has already used his dash. So this Medusa could die, but he's by himself and gets toasted. Absolutely toasted. And there's Munchie.
Shred everybody.
Yeah, Munchie going into the back immediately gets
huge.
cQuay taking a trade with Zactify right now. You don't win that Zactify. Juke Boots picking up a double kill. You're gonna find a triple kill on the FearfulHazard. Where's the quadra kill? cQuay steals it. Of course. What's up with
that's a Dia side right back there, and they're gonna.
That's a Fire Giant too.
Fire Giant.
Wait, what?
I guess
what?
not. They're gonna go push mid. Maybe.
Wait, why are we not doing Fire Giant? Am I missing something?
Because Pele's low. That's why you don't.
I mean,
have to
but
try.
Pele just goes heals and off the
Yeah,
way.
but you could push the tower here. You push the tower, you could probably threaten to push that Phoenix pretty quickly if Taste of Defeat is in the tower, taking the shots so the minion wave doesn't take any damage. But
I don't think they get a Phoenix. No.
Yeah,
well, they have a
wave
wave.
dies.
They have a wave, but ZakuZz respawning. JukeZz is very low.
There's no way that Lone Medusa can defend this Phoenix, especially with backdoor protections going down. It's going to hit for 116 now by the Hunter. Yeah, this Phoenix is good as gone. This is the right call.
Yeah, okay, I could see it. I didn't think they were going to be able to get that Phoenix, but honestly, I don't mind it. I think Fire Giant was still a possibility.
Ice Age coming up though, they can rush it down.
Yeah, I was going to say if I'm Ice Age, you just rush it down because again, like Trash Pan is doing the same thing that Ice Age did. They're running to dual lane. Like if you're Ice Age, you just run to Fire Giant and pull it immediately.
Kyoto's standing over there, making sure no one tries to do anything sneakily. That's gonna be.
I mean, honestly, like.
Oh my gosh, a huge knockup. Trash Pandas does end up securing it, but there's just not enough people around him.
Here. Oh,
wait,
the blink got canceled.
Oh
blink
no,
he doesn't even have it. He didn't even have the blink. What do you ult?
Oh no.
Oh, Munchie's gonna die here.
This is not turning out well for them. This is a massive misplay.
Why did Munchie ult there? Oh.
I think he didn't mean to. I think maybe he meant to. I don't know. That's just so unfortunate. And this is going to open up the Fire Giant. I don't know if there's a way to defend it now that you don't have a Zhonghui that can just blink in and just do a massive amount of damage. You have the solo ult for secure as well.
Yeah.
And this is just, man, a huge power play on the side of Trash Pan is just turning against them now.
I didn't like that Gold Fury pull. I felt like you just back and go to Fire Giant. The Gold Fury is not even that valuable. It's a primal. Like, if you win a Fire Giant fight, you don't need a primal to win or to get an objective. Yode gonna step up here and good zoning by FearfulHazard and Teddy. Fearful goes a little bit in, but cQuay has the ultimate, so he could look for a steal, but doesn't go for it. Ice Age secures the Fire Giant with the Scylla ult. JukeZz decides to push the mid-wave instead. And yeah, I that's such a missed opportunity, or just not even a missed just a misplay in general by Trash Pandas. Like they had the opportunity, they got the Deicide, they got the Phoenix. That was a good play, but they immediately should have backed and gone to Fire Giant there instead of looking for that Gold Fury. And then Munchie just steps up, a huge two-man Sikkim by Mammoth just absolutely deletes Munchie, and I mean he does have the Sacrificial Shroud now too, so he's going to be taking a lot of damage. And if I'm Ice Age, you just look at the Zhonghui in every fight and he dies.
What does the Sac Shroud do?
You lose health. You lose health. Like you lose like 15% of your HP or something like that.
Is it for increased lifesteal? Oh, 15% more
damage. Yeah, 15% more damage for 5% of your maximum. That's what it was.
Okay. I mean,
it's not like horrible. I mean, he doesn't like have a ton of health to begin with, so like it's not gonna lose a lot of it. But I mean, every health counts, especially if you're getting cursed onked. Like, I mean, we saw what happened to Gyode. I can't imagine what will happen to Munchie. Like, if he gets caught on the wrong side.
Do you sell tier 2 Rangadas for like a Warrior's Axe or something like that, or a Sundering Axe? What do you sell it for?
I see a lot of people sell it for Pride One. I know they sell it for Pride One, but he already has Pride One. If he was to do, I feel like you just go Bluestone, upgraded Bluestone. He might do Sundering Axe. It's not bad. I mean, he has a lot of defense, so like Sundering Axe could like work pretty well. Scales really well with that on defense.
I feel like
so.
he might just need some mitigation. I don't know, dude. Maybe Sigil for mitigation. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, he could go upgraded Sigil.
Yeah, Fearful. Well, Fearful started Bluestone.
Yeah, he started Bluestone, so he's gonna get. I really like upgraded Bluestone, just like an extra poke. It's pretty valuable, especially like since you can build like pretty tanky and still do a decent amount of damage. So.
Well, as we see, it's a slow push into mid. Munchie's looking for the blink. He wants to get into that backline.
Frenzy is popped, but no engage.
I think he called for the engage, but they decided to opt to. I mean, great play by Ice Age to back up the moment the Frenzy was popped.
I
think he's going to give up the tower.
Yeah, I think he frenzied and was looking for a blink, but I think his blink got canceled. Somebody canceled the blink, so... Yeah, I mean, that's just heads up play by Ice Age. They saw Frenzy, just immediately backed up. You know, like there's no aggression. That's a Frenzy down. And now if I'm Trash Pans, I don't even know if I defend this. I mean, you're not like behind or anything, but you're losing your team fight relic. Everything else is still up for Ice Age. Gyode is way in front of the rest of his team. Like, why is Taste of Defeat behind his entire team right now?
Another
Beats get
straight
pulled from
blank, but the
Munchie.
Chiron cleanse is on the mark. No, Munchie
Yeah.
does use his speed.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Munchie used his beads anyway. Taste of Defeat in the ultimate. Bigote is getting deleted. Still all off the mark. FearfulHazard doing a good job of zoning. And
That's a lot of ults
why-
down on the side of Ice Age.
Yeah, but very low HP bars for Trash Pandas, and Ice Age is going to play it slow. Back it up. I mean, no reason to play.
Pick up the Pyromancer,
Why is-
head to gold.
Why is Taste of Defeat standing behind his team? I don't understand what he's doing there. Like, you can't. You're a tank. You got to be in the front, dog. Like, you got to look for those plucks, look for those opportunities. But he was behind his cQuay. Like, you can't be doing that. Gyode was kind of left alone, like on the front end of the fight. I don't know, man.
I do think support is a role that you can't. I mean, you could just throw anybody there and just tell them to hit their life away. But there's a little bit support players. You technically have to have a little bit more of an IQ. You can't just blink in and get a pluck because the moment you die, like that pluck's down, you're done. You're gonna have to force your ult at that point. It's just I think you have that transition from playing jungle to support. And it's really difficult for that role to figure out like how to engage properly, and you have to have the trust of your team to come in following with you as well.
Yeah, clearly the frenzy was. I don't know if that just was a lack of communication there or what, but
Yeah, high to virtue
Missed
pick up on the last one. That's a very I like that
Pick
pickup.
that up.
If you're expecting to get more kills, I mean, the guy has 13 assists of the 17 kills in the game. Like he's been around almost everything. He can get that
he's
stack
part of
pretty quickly.
14 of the 17.
It's just gonna make him tankier as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little late. I mean, I can understand why he needed the bubble. Maybe could have opted for like some like direct like magical defense, I guess. Like, but it's not horrible. Yeah, especially if they've been. I mean, it's been very back and forth. So like, if you expect this game to go longer, if you're him and look for the kills. So, interesting. Zaku actually sells his boots for the toxic blade. So
Huh. He has upgraded Bluestone as well. I mean,
Yeah.
what do I know?
they
I don't
already
know.
had the cursed donk and the
Big
another.
blink onto the backline. They do know that the cQuay has no beads, and they're gonna shred him away. The
Mammoth-
Syllable ult is
Mammoth
on the
didn't-
mark.
Yeah, but Mammoth didn't ult off of the Ares ult, so Munchie's able just to walk away, and Gyode and Juke boots are absolutely destroying the backline. FearfulHazard on his own. cQuay picks up that kill, and that's just why did Mammoth not ult?
I think you
ult
just
off
walk
the
it
Ares
down
ult?
mid. You just walk it down mid. Have your Selbig chase him around the map, and then walk it down mid. You win the game.
I mean, yeah, Teddy didn't clear the wave either. Why are you giving up on that? Yeah, just chase the Soba or the set. Don't let him
Please,
back.
please, just stop his back.
Yeah.
They're on the hunt now. It's hide and go seek for the set.
Soba
It should-
found him.
This should
So
be game. This
yeah, I
should
think
be game. We
that
should be
is
looking
game.
into a game 3 here as long as the set keeps getting stopped. They have a minion wave heading their way.
I think I don't know if it was a miscommunication of like the Ares ult or something, but Mammoth didn't ult off of the Ares ult. He did get the ult off on the Munchie, but because Munchie was running away as he got the solo ult off of him, Munchie was able to live.
And just
And
like
Mammoth
that,
just
we're gonna
dies
go into a
instantly?
game 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what
I'm-
I'm pretty sure mostly everybody predicted it was going to be a 3-game set.
I agree. I think both teams are pretty evenly matched. And again, if you're Ice Age, you don't put Teddy on set. You got to put him on like something that can hard carry the team because
I like the adjustments that Trash Pandas did. They proved us wrong. I mean, we did say that they were going to kamikaze with the cQuay ult. I think the cQuay ult paired with the Pele ult actually did a lot of things with.
I
Guan Yu
think
also being
I
on the
think
card.
Gyode kind of stepped up for the team big. I like on this Guan Yu. I mean, he was doing a lot of damage to Zaku in every single fight. So I think he stepped up pretty big for the team. I mean, much better performance on the Guan Yu compared to the set. I don't think that Ice Age focused Munchie well at all. Like they were just kind of letting him do whatever when he went in. I think you switch off of the Ares pick. I think you want to go for something that can help your backline a little bit more. Not that Zactify played bad on the Ares. I thought he had great ultimates, but it was the lack of like a backline presence for the Ice Age that kind of hurt them from their support. So maybe definitely switch off of the Ares pick for me.
All right, so we're back into game 3, which everyone was really hoping for, and we're gonna continue out. They banned the Subek, which is cool. Caucasian Asian gets the call to return back to the squad.
I think yeah, I think if you're trash pandas, do you ban the colon, or do you just go with this? I mean, because the problem is, right?
I think
Now
he
they're in a
sticks to
tough
the
spot
plan.
because you have to ban Alklong. I think. I think if you don't ban Alklong, they're definitely gonna pick it. Go with Suki. I don't like the Suki ban. You dealt with the set. Suki's almost worse than set at diving like that. I don't. Man, I really think that the Tsukiyomi ban is just not the move. I don't know. But now they're in a tough spot because you have to choose between
Well,
Pele.
You're not gonna see 5 mid bans either this game, so you can actually hope that Giannis slips through. But I think Mammoth plays Giannis as well. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be
No,
that
he.
big of
I
a
mean, he
necessity.
does, but like, it's not like insane. You know, like it's not like his best god or anything like that.
Yeah. And the
See,
soul
like
is
if you're trash pandas, you're kind of in a tough spot here because like now you have to choose between the Pele and Alklong. I think they ban Alklong and hope that they don't first pick Pele and then run back to Pele. I think that's what they're gonna try to do.
I'd be okay with that. They're gonna
They're-
ban it. Okay.
mm,
They're gonna have to hope
so-
that Alcon doesn't get through. The Giannis is picked. I
yeah,
think you just counter
I
with
like
Raijin here. I like Raijin into Giannis. I think
yeah
Raijin
I,
gets
I
it
like the
together.
Giannis pick. I mean, it takes it away from Munchie. It's not Mammoth's like necessarily best god, but I mean he's proficient on the pick, so I don't hate it. I like the Kakolan pick as well. I feel like you might have been able to go back to the Guanyu, but if I'm Ice Age, you take out Kwon here. I think I don't think you unless he's like maybe trying to save for like a Mercury as a possibility, but I think you just run back the Alklon.
I would
Like
agree.
I think trash pans will do a better job of dealing with it, but I mean it was so strong that like especially against like cQuay on the Chiron that like didn't even matter. Speaking of, cQuay has played Chiron all 3 games.
Chiron's a good god. Can't really
Yeah.
be upset about it. If that's what he's comfortable with, then definitely roll with it.
I think that's what they're discussing right now if they pick the Alklong. I think you do. The any other pick? Maybe they go back to the Gilgamesh. I thought maybe
As
pick another solo laner.
they're
I'm gonna
gonna
go
pick
Guan.
the Guan.
I
I mean, I don't hate the Guan you pick.
I don't
It just
hate it,
leaves
but
open that
like
you're gonna ban out Teddy. You just ban all the assassins at this
no
point.
shot they take Sasano.
Doesn't
Well, I mean
Susan
Juke Boots is a console player, so we know that he probably plays a lot of Sasano. I just think Sasano sucks. Like I think that god's absolutely terrible. He's such a bad god. Not against Ymir.
I'd say it's
Yeah,
gonna be
take
a
the
rough
Scylla.
matchup. I like the pick stripping the Scylla away.
I still think you go the Raijin there, but I don't hate the Scylla pick. Like I think you opt for the. I mean, if you're trash bans, you ban Alquan. Yeah, like I think they ban Alquan Mercury. If I'm them, maybe ban a Nemesis as a possibility too. But one of those 2 gods, Mercury or Nemesis, I think that's what you go for in that 5th ban slot. If you're Ice Age, I mean, what do they need? They need support and okay, they didn't take away the Athena. Okay, they're gonna ban the Nemesis, yeah. So I think Teddy maybe goes for the Mercury a pickup here. Athena Gilgamesh gonna be taken off the table. Gilgamesh is actually a smart ban. Juke didn't look too bad on that game 1.
And that's 5 assassin picks.
Yeah. I mean, again, I feel like you're gonna see this every single set against Ice Age. Until somebody on Ice Age can prove to me that they can like step up for their team, you just ban out Teddy. It's just how it is. Like Caucasian had a good game 1, but it was only on Kakolan and you stripped away the Kakolan. So, you know, we're not really sure how well he'll prove you know, on this Guan Yu. And he's not even their main solo laner, you know. And if he's not even their main solo laner, and he was the one that stepped up that game 1 to help Teddy. So
Definitely, it's gonna be a. What do you pick if you're on the Teddy this time? Is there any other picks
Mercury,
left?
Mercury.
I mean,
He likes
Mercury gets in and gets out. Honestly, that's wouldn't
Yeah,
be a bad
I
pick at all.
I know he really likes Mercury, so I think he definitely goes for it. I like Jing Chen. If they are gonna pick the Mercury, Jing Chen makes a lot of sense. Um, I don't know how well Seth is gonna play on it, or TasteOfDefeat, but I still like the pick. A Willix, oof.
Hmm.
A Willix is a risky one, man.
I
They
don't
don't.
hate it. I think it stops Scylla. I think that's why they picked it. Where he
But
gets
like,
rid of the
what does it do for the
safety
rest of the
it.
team? Like, you don't have any knockups on your team. It does. It's not gonna do anything. Like, Chiron can cleanse a Willix. So, Don's Barrow, okay. I like the Don's
Don's a
pick.
hero pick.
Not the greatest in Caucasain, but good matchup in a Chiron.
It's safe as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking for Zaku right now to kind of step it up for his team because right now, like game one didn't really need to do anything. Lucky.
Yeah.
Come here. Like game one didn't really need to do anything, so I can't really fault him for not having a lot of PD. But game two, like I mean, outside of a couple like plays like shredding the Guan Yu, didn't really have the greatest performance on the Medusa. That can be a lot like attributed to the pick maybe. So definitely want to see Zaku step up for Ice Age, and I mean, it's kind of make or break at this point with this Willix. Like it's a risky pick, and if you're really looking to focus out Munchie, go for it. But I'm gonna be honest, Mammoth is not the mid laner I want to play around. Like it's just he's not aggressive. He sits under tower a lot of the game. Like he's just very farmy. He's not an aggressive mid laner, and I don't know if that's the lane I want to be focusing. Like I get it's Munchie's like the player you're worried about, sure. But like if I was Teddy, I'd maybe spend more time in the solo lane, get Caucasain ahead because we saw what he did with the lead the first game. Like he kind of ran a tear, but it's gonna be difficult, stop a Caucasain. So
It's gonna be difficult for Chetty to do to
Jesus
be
Christ,
the
that
thing
guy
is
plays a lot of you.
the thing that made Teddy that makes Teddy very successful. Oh, we're having that makes him very successful is when he can get in and get out without much pressure being put onto him. And last game, the success that Trash Pandas had was forcing the set to be like dash out of fights before they could even begin.
Exactly.
And I think, unfortunately, Willix is kind of the same way. Is the moment that Suku's down, like she's gone, and the moment she's on it, like she either has to cancel it to try and get autos in to get the feather step, vice versa. Like it's going to be very difficult for him to get in and get his damage off and then get out the exact same way. And they're going to have the global pressure of the Ratatasker as well, which is going to counter anything that this Willix tries to do on the sides of the map.
Yeah, I think this. I mean, obviously, like pretty much every game relies on Teddy, right? But I think this game more than ever because I mean, last game he didn't play like horrible on the set early on, but we just saw how limited of an impact he had late game. And I'm gonna be honest, there's not a jungler that is more like feast or famine in the early game than Willix. Like if you get behind on this pick, it's so hard to navigate, and in those team fights is very difficult as well. Like you said, as soon as Suku's down, she's a sitting duck, and if Trash Pandas play for that, it's going to be a tough one. Caucasian Asian going to go back to the Rangdas start. Gira going to go the normal blue stone with the Caucasain. I kind of like how the Caucasian seems to favor this Rangda start, and I think Gyode maybe just likes it on the Guan Yu.
Maybe.
Which honestly isn't too bad. I mean, Guan Yu has a lot of base damage, with the Tallow Assault. Can clear the wave and hit you at the same time, so it's not too bad.
The rank start as well. But not much is gonna happen. I don't actually. I think we're gonna see more of the fighting happening. Well, you're gonna see early fights in mid because the Alex wants to try and get a cheeky first blood, which probably won't happen in mid. It'll probably actually happen in the duo lane.
Yeah, with this Willix pick, like, see, this is what I mean with Mammoth though. Like he kind of concedes pressure. Granted, Teddy went for the back rights. Rat goes mid, but I think if you're gonna play around this mid lane, Mammoth really needs to step up. Like he can't play like game 2 and just hide under his tower and clear the wave the entire time. Not that he had like a bad game 2, like he had impactful ults, his rat making rotation at level 2. Good ward, spotted out by ZakuZz. Zactify gonna get poked out here, but the rat has no acorn.
Is it gonna be enough? But the 2 is not leveled.
Yote gets a solo kill for first blood over in solo lane, and he's trying to show him, man, I'm the Guan Yu main, alright? You can't play that guy against me. Yeah, where did he went the? Why did he go the 1-2 instead of just going the 1-3?
Maybe he leveled
Maybe
he leveled the dash to cut the gap.
Maybe. I think you still go 1-3 though, just for the slow stun. Especially if you're looking for an early gank, you need that stun. Because that was going to be a kill if he had that stun available, but unfortunately did not. So.
Well, Gyote actually picked up the beats this game, so he's saying that he's not
Zactify looking to get.
Leather Cow is, I don't really. Leather Cow, I think it's probably one of the worst starter items for ADCs at the moment. But it is.
He won it last game too, I think, right? No. He won it maybe game 1 on the Apollo, I think. I think Leather Cow will be a little bit better when it gets buffed, when it gets that MP5. I don't necessarily hate it, but I think like when you're playing Donza Burrow, you go Bluestone because he has 3 of his 4 abilities all proc Bluestone. Like his 1 with the Bluestone, his 2 with like, that's great clear for a Donza Burrow. So you definitely want to go Bluestone on him in the duo lane. That's definitely not the call to go the Leather Cowl. So, but yeah, Leather Cowl is kind of a weird starter. It will be getting MP5, so maybe we'll see more of it being picked up. Especially with like boots being taken away, I don't expect to see a lot of death toll because you won't really have that attack speed that you need. So,
just holding the wave. Yeah, I was gonna say he's in a really bad. It's that early dip.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with this Ranger start. You get behind early with this start, it's so brutal. Like it feels really bad to get behind on it. So I mean, just it takes a lot of poke out of that start. Yeah, Yoda is just kind of free pressure off of it, and we haven't seen anything action wise in the mid lane. TasteOfDefeat now rotating into the mid lane to Teddy spotted out on that ward. As Munchie actually looking to get a root off the mark.
I just don't think, it's gonna be this game is gonna be a much slower paced game. Just the way that
I think if you're Ice Age, you got to be worried about this solo lane right now. Like Caucasain already behind, and if this Caucasain gets ahead, nice 2-man knockup. Again, I just don't think mid lane is the lane to play around if you're Ice Age. Mammoth is not that kind of mid laner. He would much rather farm than fight. And when you're picking this Awilix to counter the Scylla, if you don't have that follow-up with the Giannis, you're not really going to do a lot, until you're able to actually one-shot her, but you need like 3 or 4 items to do that. So even then she just beads. So it's really, you need Mammoth to step up right now in this game.
I was gonna say if the Ymir can get a blink freeze off, get the wall that actually blocks his what's it called? Walks off the dash. The Awix ult is expended. I don't think they saw it, so that's probably the best situation for them. But the Ymir is trying to get his lows himself away from the map.
He is definitely dead.
Yeah, he's good and gone. And that's
Giannis ult was used, but it was too far up, so Ymir couldn't get to it.
I'm coming for you, laddie. Not fast enough.
And again, if you're trash pandas right now, like you can just kind of bide your time, no reason to really do much. Like you have a strong late game with the Scylla and the Jingchen. Jingchen is such a hard god to kill later in the game. Like, I mean, that god is insanely tanky. Mammoth gonna get rooted here off the mark. Actually, he missed the knockup. It's such a hard god to kill, Jingchen. I mean, if you get some CCR, especially
just
that
a
build.
passive. His HP
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Yeah. And plus the mobility of him too. I mean, obviously you can will exalt the Jing Chen jump, but do I really want to will exalt the Jing Chen? I don't know.
I think they missed
well-
the opportunity of not trying to pull this Zactify early. The moment Jing Chen is level 6, and they just missed the opportunity to try and get this Ymir killed one more time.
Yeah.
So it's just very unfortunate.
I mean, again, if you're Trash Pandas though, just wait it out. A Willix, gets a lot worse the later the game goes. It's going to be more difficult for Teddy to get to that back line as this game continues. So there's no reason to play super aggro. Let your side lanes get their own leads by themselves, which Gyode has done a nice job of so far. Not Munchie's doing a good job farming in the mid lane, keeping ahead of Mammoth. So no reason to really do anything crazy. You have this Scylla late game that's going to absolutely chunk. So going to take the right Scorpion as Ice Age took the left Scorpion. So
Well,
both objectives now available.
Scylla's
Gold
gonna
Fury.
chunk, but it's gonna be a combo that that's coming. Giannis, though, on the other hand, is one of those guys. If you hit a big ult in the team fight, you win the game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But at the same time, if you miss that ult, you lose the game. So I think the
Yeah.
execution rate, what you're saying, I agree with that. Ice Age execution rate is gonna be a lot more difficult to handle.
Yeah.
Than
I mean, the
actually-
Willix Giannis is it can work out, but we haven't really seen anything so far. And again, there's not saying that Teddy can't knock up. Obviously he can. He's a proficient player, but what?
it's gonna take time, and unfortunately, I think Trash Pandas has the clock on their side. The longer the game goes, the better their team is gonna be. So that they need to find something to be active. But Ice Age is playing safe. Trash Pandas is playing safe as well, so it kind of hurts them. And the huge blink Jing channel is gonna throw the Ymir into the wall. The knockup is on the mark. The Scylla ult is on the mark. Ama Monster does pick up the kill. Ratatasker is up in the air. I don't know where he's going. Where will he land? He's going into mid.
Gonna look for the stun on the Teddy. Does find the stun, but no follow up as Scylla already threw her
crush on the wave.
On the wave. Yeah, her crush on the wave. And, yeah, I mean Zactify getting poked out there once again. Trash Panda's doing a good job playing it slow, looking for picks that they can take, not playing too aggressive. Zactify looks like he's going to be rushing the Sovereignty, whereas TasteOfDefeat going to go for that Thieves as gank onto Gyode right here. Good knock-up from the Caucasain ult, and the Willix knock-up's off the mark. Gyode is able to make it under the tower. Zactify is here, though. The beads are used, and the ultimate. And this is going to be a dead Caucasain, but a lot expended to kill him. The falling Zactify survives the tower shot. Juke Boots trying to make something happen on the duo lane, but Zaku playing very smart, kind of just hiding, not giving an opportunity. Good route onto Mammoth, and he's unable to get to the portal. Okay. I don't know what Munchie was waiting for with that Scylla ult, but okay, Gold Fury going to be started here. No Scylla ult available, and Zaku knows this is going on. cQuay is going to have to be their best secure. As the Scylla ult the Scylla crush is dropped, and Trash Pandas is able to take the Gold Fury. Now they have to run away. Teddy on the chase as TasteOfDefeat just kills himself. Okay. I'm pretty sure you could have just walked away there, but I mean, I guess he forced beats. I
don't know.
I get that, he didn't want to jump because he was going to get a will exalted, I guess. But, I mean, if you're just going to die there anyway, I don't know. And that was kind of weird. If a Willix had to jump on Suku to kill the Jingchen. So if she jumps and the rest of the team turns, I'm pretty sure Willix just dies there. So weird play to try to 180 a Jingchen ult. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I mean, smart play by Trash Pandas. They recognize, they expended a lot on right lane.
I like the trust out of little Munchie there, expecting the knockup to hit, out of the Jingchen. Unfortunate though, they will pull it out, and that's going to slow down the pace of Trash Pandas just for a little bit.
Yeah. Trash Panda's still in a very good spot. Teddy 2-0-0 right now, but hasn't really found anything crazy. Rat is in the air, and Gyode gonna get collapsed on again. Good knockup from Rat, and another cQuay knockup. Rat able to find his way out. Here comes the Willix jump, and Mammoth picks up the kill. As the rest of Trash Pandas on the left side of the map trying to find a kill into Zaku, unable to do so under the tower. Gyode jumps over the wall. So 1 for 0, Juke Boots ends up falling, and Zaku actually takes a 2v1, gets the kill, falls to cQuay, as Pyromancer are going to be taken by Ice Age here. Munchie's on the left side of the map, so this is going to be a free objective for Ice Age. Good job by Mammoth to cut off the rotation from Rat, try and make his way out. Weird play by Zaku, but I guess it kind of works out. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you need to take a 2v1 there. I mean, again, Zaku does the same thing as he's done the past 2 games. He rushes the boots, so he's very far behind in stacks. Once again,
it's weird. You wanted to see though. You wanted to see Ice Age to be able to make a play to get them into the game, or like somewhat make a pace on the game, and I think that definitely.
I said, I like what they're doing with this Willix pick. We thought they were gonna maybe focus out Munchie, but again, I think that the correct call for Ice Age is to pressure out Solo Lane, and I like what they've done. Keep Caucasian Asian in the game. Trust that he'll do a similar thing that he did on the Caucasain game 1. You keep Gyode behind. It forces Juke Boots over that side of the map too, so he's not able to pressure out mid laner duo. So I like what they're doing. I don't think Mammoth is the the mid laner that you want to spend a lot of time with, and in the mid lane just kind of let him farm up and get to late game. So I like the switch up from Ice Age going for the solo lane ganks, and I mean they've been pretty. They've worked out pretty well. They got a kill on Gyode under the tower earlier. Obviously didn't kill him with that gank there, but they got a kill on the Juke Boots. Gave Teddy a little bit of a lead in the jungle. Zactify looking for something. Can't really find anything on a Juke Boots. Gold Fury is pretty close to spawning. Maybe both solo laners might end up rotating over. Kind of both at that point where you'd see them rotating over with the builds. One of you just needs to finish that off that Genji's, and the Gaia Mystical Mail already finished for Caucasain, so there's another gank gonna happen on the left side of the map. And
I don't know.
Munchie is nowhere near his team though. TasteOfDefeat ends up picking up the kill as cQuay and Juke Boots are very low. cQuay is gonna end up falling here. Dies to Mammoth. Yeah, Munchie was nowhere near his team, so I'm not really sure why they went for that gank. Like Munchie was at their back camps when that gank went off, and
I think I don't know, actually, no. I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like, Ice Age just happened to end up over there because of Zaku being extremely pushed up coming into the tower. But Zactify has a pretty good read onto the Jing Chen at the moment. The Blink Stun is on the mark. There is no help. For
beautiful wall, too.
The knockup is on the mark as well, and they do end up picking him up. Wow, what a great combination of abilities by these two.
And red buff being taken away as well as Zactify picks that up.
We love when the Frost Giant has the red buff on him.
Oh boy. Ymir getting a little bit caught out here, but Guan Yu is here and the Honest Portal is used as well, so he'll be okay. Gold Fury is spawning pretty soon. Ice Age and Trash Pandas will both have their mage ultimates available. Zaku is here ready to start it up. The Gold Fury is going to be started by Ice Age as Munchie is not respawned quite yet, and Gyode went back to solo lane. So the best chance of stealing is cQuay's ultimate, which is not available.
I think
TasteOfDefeat trying to get in there. And he uses
the ultimate. Get a huge reset by TasteOfDefeat.
And he gets the kill. But he gets the kill onto Zactify. Gold Fury is reset. Munchie is trying to make his way in. Juke Boots is in the air, but it's way too late. Doesn't find the knockup, and he's going to have to walk away here. Teddy on the chase. Looking for the knockup, doesn't find it.
Quite a bit of damage.
Why did Gyode go back to solo lane? I don't know.
I think I would assume the call was to give it up. Then their support didn't want to, and it ended up working out for them to get the leash. But unfortunately, cQuay used his ult, so now they lost their chance of like stealing. They just had to delay.
Either it was a lapse in judgment. Maybe he just kind of brain farted, drew a blank or something, and just walked back to solo lane. Regardless of the case, I feel like we've seen that consistently though, where TasteOfDefeat tries to do something, And whether or not his team is like not listening to him, or he's just trying to make the hero play, or what's going on there, it's like that's really hurting them because it's consistently like if he's by himself all these times and his team's not following up, you know, like I don't know if cQuay knew exactly what Taste of Defeat was trying to do there, because I don't even know if Taste of Defeat knew what he was trying to do there, to be honest. But
Of course, it's just I think it's just a lack of communication again. Like these are players in new roles. Just
Yoda gets knocked up. Noah will exalt, and he's gonna get collapsed on by 4 people over in the solo lane. Good cQuay ult to try and buy time, and the will exalt still not used. He's gonna transform here now. Has the immunity for the Guan ult, but uses the beads instead. Juke is here, up in the air. Teddy is tanking a tower right now. Just use the jump. Just needs to find the rat ult. Just hit the Awilix.
Oh no!
The Awilix.
It's actually gonna get turned on them.
TasteOfDefeat ends up picking up that kill.
Little
Munchie is in the
a
ult.
monster. I don't think they're gonna find what they need here. The sell ult is off the mark, not really finding anything, but the chase is on for Caucasain Asian. The Sikkim is off the mark. The crush is on the mark. It's gonna confirm the slow. And the chase is on to kill this Guan Yu. Is it going to be enough damage? No, he's just
good
a
taunt
tanky
by
boy.
Zaku. Good taunt by Zaku to cut off the corridor. And Gold Fury or Pyromancer is going to be started by Trash Pandas. And that was just an that was just an overcommitment to Gyode by Ice Age. Like as soon as he was able to transform, that should have been an immediate disengage. It was weird that Teddy didn't ult either time on Gyode. I don't know if he didn't have it, but he didn't ult off the knockup, didn't ult off the cQuay jump. And I mean, this is the level 17 cQuay, level 16 at that time. Like this is not an easy god to kill. Like we're at the point where we're getting ready to team fight, and I feel like Ice Age is kind of still stuck in that laning phase. So definitely gonna need to see them switch it up. Maybe look to possibly pull something. Their jungle fight isn't horrible. They have the Awilix, to catch somebody off guard, as well as the Giannis ult as well. So it's not terrible. But again, the later this game goes, I feel like Trash Pandas just kind of run away with this. And the fact that they're going into this late game with a lead right now, about a 3.5K lead, that's impactful for this team comp. So if you're Ice Age, what do you need to change up, Craig?
They
What
just
do
need
you
to keep
switch?
looking for little picks. I think that's what they actually need to do. Their comp is meant on picks alone, and just get your little ones. Whether you're getting the relics and all that is what really matters.
Yeah, I mean, beads are down for Gyode and Juke Boots right now. They could look for a pick onto this Ratatasker, maybe force his ult before this Gold Fury spawns. You could see that happen. Might also see some kind of pick onto Jingchen. Not like the tankiest Jingchen build, but he is a very squishy, or not squishy, but elusive god. Kind of hard to lock down. If his jump is down, maybe they get a Will Exalt or something. He does have the beads this game. Knock up onto Mammoth, but again, nobody's really
they
near
caught him
him.
before he could get to the portal. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Man,
Juke doesn't go for the
nobody
stun.
around.
Yeah.
Damn, that's just so unfortunate. Like, I don't understand why you Jing Channel with nobody around you, but the rattle is going to go up. He's into the Cosmo. He's going on, jumping branch to branch. He's going to find nobody. And now he's in a very bad situation.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the... Again,
as possible.
The tick from the Jingchen killed him, but I'm pretty sure the Harpy would have killed him too. And Zactify now on the run. Rest of his team has split up. Beautiful body block.
Blocks.
Root is there. That's a kill for cQuay, and what turns from two weird hero plays, individual plays from Trash Pandas, just ends up working out beautifully. Nice snipes from cQuay onto Mammoth to pick up that kill. Zaku trying to take a 1v1 with little Munchie and basically wins it. I mean, forces the Aegis. Gold Fury now going to be started by Trash Pandas, but Teddy's on the right side of the map. Caucasain's trying to make his way in. But he's going to be the only one to try and secure this, so he's going to have to walk away here. Yeah.
Man, I don't really think Zaku won that trade because they both had to use their Aegis.
Did they both Aegis?
Yeah, they both Aegis.
If you're Ice Age, I mean, that's so tough because, two plays, that rat should have 100% died there. I think Zactify missed the freeze and the wall, which just kind of killed. kind of killed that potential to kill the rat there. I mean, he was all alone. And the fact that, again, like Mammoth is just constantly running away from the Jingchen and the Ratatasker, he wasn't even able to do anything in that fight. He ends up dying. I don't know if he used relics or what exactly happened, but I mean, he was patient not to use the beads on the Jingchen ult, which was smart. He knew that nobody was around him. But going for kind of a weird Giannis build here. He has no pen, like 0 pen.
You
His
get
first
10
pen
off of
it's 10% though. Like we're at the point. I'm 22 minutes into the game, 21 and a half. This cQuay is full build, and this Giannis has no pen. Like I mean, cQuay is already hard to kill if you're a Giannis, and that build just makes it 10 times harder. Like,
Isn't the argument like Giannis doesn't really need that much pen because his job's supposed to kill the backline or something like that?
yeah, but like
I
if you
tend to hear
can't kill,
Giannis players always say that.
but like if a cQuay is running at you, right? If a cQuay is running at you, and all you can do is portal away, then that's a free fight for Trash Pandas. They know that Mammoth isn't going to do anything because he can't kill this cQuay to begin with. He's not even doing any damage to him, and he's just going to have to run away from him. So unless he hits like the fattest Giannis snipe ever, it's hard to see how Ice Age wins these team fights. And like
they need someone to step up at the moment, and it's just really difficult for them to find somebody to do that.
Fast enough.
I mean, he's got 10% pen is nothing. And look at but look at what cQuay has in his build. It's not even like he's building that like necessarily like magical defense heavy. It's just a lot of health. That build can't kill anybody with health. Like if anything, he just goes Soul Reaver, but like then he has no pen. So it put himself in a really, really tough spot with this Giannis build. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a tough one for Mammoth in these team fights. And I mean, you could tell. Look at his PD right now. He's bottom of the PD charts outside of Zactify on the Ymir.
I mean, PD doesn't always tell the story of the game, but
Not
like I said before,
necessarily, but-
Giannis is that type of god. Especially outside of Pro League play, Giannis players usually hit one ult and they win some of the game. And I think at the moment, like, that's kind of what Ice Age is kind of looking for. They just need something, like one trickle of hope to keep them in this game, you know?
This is kind of like why I didn't necessarily like this Awilix pick, because not that Teddy's played the pick horrible, but you could tell it's just like a lot of impact coming out of this Awilix pick. Zaku going to split the map right now. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. It's very difficult, and I think it's a lot more on the pick. Fire Giant very low. Sakila looking for the secure. Does find it with the Scylla ult. Ratatasker is in the air, and Jingchen uses the ult, forces some beads. Ratatasker stuns Teddy, and Teddy uses the ultimate. Doesn't really find any value out of that. Caucasain on the run. Knock up from TasteOfDefeat is there, but again, nobody is near him. So
yeah, but they're just forcing him away. And as this chase goes on, Zaku might look to pick up a Phoenix.
Now, if you're Trash Pandas, you trade Phoenix here.
I don't think it's gonna enough. I don't think he's gonna be able to get it.
He's not gonna get it. ZakuZz is here. Yeah.
Yeah, but he is gonna use the beads, and yeah, it's just a miracle play that just doesn't seem to help. But a huge Ymir wall.
cQuay is getting, cQuay just kind of got bodied there by the Ymir wall, and now Trash Pandas can't get a Phoenix. Zaku still looking to try and take the Phoenix on the left. You know, take the 1v1 with Juke boots right now, taking a lot of damage from this Phoenix.
He just has to poke him out. He's going to be able to sustain. He has the Aussie proxy. He's going to win this trade. No, he doesn't. He ends up dying. Juke ends up picking up the kill. A massive pickup for them. Now that
Zaku used his beads earlier. Now Juke boots can push out left.
Yeah, it's going to force at least the push to the mid tower if they don't want to commit to this bird. But it does seem like they want to commit to this bird with this wave.
Mammoth has ultimate. If he's able to hit it on somebody in the back, it could be big, but they're going to give up on the Phoenix, go mid.
Mammoth has both relics. It's going to be hard to lock him down. Ooh. I mean, Jukebox is gonna, because of him getting up to solo kill, he's gonna be able to split push this tower, which is gonna be able to allow them to get this.
And they can push this Phoenix. Zaku's still dead, but I don't know. I think you push Phoenix there. Zaku was dead. Like
I would
you
have liked
might-
to see them at least make an attempt on the Phoenix,
Yeah.
try and force a couple of their ult, and then like if they don't feel comfortable doing it after that, then just head back to the Gulfer. It's a safe call.
Yeah, I mean, you just give Zaku the opportunity to respawn. You could have rat ulted. Like the rat ult alone would have bought just a little bit of room, because I mean, you like Mammoth's obviously going to be worried about the rat ult, so buys a little bit of room for your carries to step in and hit the Phoenix. But cQuay had no relics, so if he does get collapsed on with the Ymir wall or whatever, he could very much die there. So I can understand backing up, but I mean, now the ball is in Trash Panda's court. They have a 10k gold lead, not necessarily like huge like late game, but I mean, Mammoth is still pretty far behind in his build. He still needs an item, so there's definitely, whereas everybody on Trash Pandas is full build. And again, I mean, if I'm Trash Pandas, you kind of just maybe wait for the beads to come up for cQuay, and then you can collapse on this Phoenix. Ice Age did a good job of pushing out the waves in mid and right, so you're not really gonna have minions over there. Juke Boots is gonna head mid lane here. I like this call. Separate
About a
the
minute and a half
Willix.
to do this.
They definitely have the time. You definitely want to wait for cQuay's beads to come up. I don't think you wait for his Aegis, but Xingqian and
Dr. Bro's
come
going in
on.
with the ult. No, he doesn't. He decides to crash into a wall. Rat Tasker doesn't connect with anybody. And actually,
huge damage
no
coming
damage.
out. Huge damage coming out from cQuay, and Zactify is very low, going to try to get the kill as Gyote, but he can't find it. Rat Tasker's gone on the mark, and Teddy ends up picking up a double kill. What is TasteOfDefeat doing?
They chase for the kills, and now they're getting punished for it. But Aussie is the Aussie
Yeah,
procs are
cQuay is
helping him.
trading, and
cQuay's gone.
well, he got the kill.
ends up picking it up.
Gyote and Juke Boots chase way too hard.
Yeah, the whole front line chased for the low kills. And it just ended up hurting them in the back line.
I don't like this, like why are we double ulting the Donza Burrow in the back? I don't get that. Like, TasteOfDefeat should not be looking to Xingqian ult the Donza. Like, he immuned both of their ults with the Donza ult. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. The fact that they're double diving just the Donza and kind of letting like Teddy and I mean Mammoth didn't do a ton of damage at the beginning of that fight, but towards the end he did a lot of damage. Like they just kind of let him do whatever he wanted. I don't know. It's a weird call to make. Like if I'm TasteOfDefeat, like I'm playing this Xingqian, you just wait for this a Willix to step up too far and then CC her. Speaking of a Willix stepping up too far, Teddy is dead. TasteOfDefeat picks
I'm
up
so
that
sorry.
kill.
I got caught up in the Thor team lane. Yeah, I think Trash Panda just sees like red in their eyes when they see the low health bars instead of just like taking their little wins. I think that's what's hurting them. They didn't really have that much of a fire giant left. The only thing they should have done is just try and force the ults.
I mean, if you Trash Pandas now, you push down this right lane. Teddy's dead. It doesn't even matter if you have you don't have minions. Honestly, probably should have waited for enhanced to come up. Waited 30 seconds, but
I mean, it's no harm, no foul. I mean, they have a 10k gold.
they have to put. Yeah, they have to push now. Minions are going to be behind, so they're going to be fighting in this without a minion wave. Teddy's dead for 15 seconds, so it's kind of go time now before Teddy can respawn. Gyote steps in to tank, and I mean, Mammoth is like really far to the left. They know this guy's going to try the assault, and they're just letting Teddy respawn. Gyote blinks in onto Donza Burrow, who just uses the leaf and walks away. Zactify has a nice stun on cQuay, forces his beads. Zactify into the ultimate, and Zaku just immediately dies to Juke Boots in the back. Gets up in the air, misses the rattle, but Fat Scylla stun. Oh my goodness, Munchie just absolutely destroyed the entire backline with one cripple, and that's gonna be game.
It might be game. It should be game.
It should be game. I mean, it's just Zactify.
Trying to save the day. Really no abilities up. This should be game. They have the waves coming in. The Blink is able to get off. It might be able to pick up the kill onto Juke Boots, but I don't think it's gonna
Doesn't have the damage, yeah. Just doesn't have the damage.
looking like to pick up their first win of their franchise career and the first win of the season.
30-33 on the clock, 17-11 in kills. Trash Pandas, like you said, both franchises new to the league. Trash Pandas take their first win as a franchise, first win of the season too. Good way to start off, and very back and forth, very close. But I mean, in the end, like I just think it just came down to the fact that. Can we look at the details real quick? Like, I don't know. Lack of damage, I think, from just all of Ice Age kind of hurt them. Caucasain didn't really have the same performance that he did on the Kakol in the game one on this Guan Yu. And I mean, if you want to talk about trash pandas, I think there's just cQuay really stepped up for this team, like, and in a big way. Like, Gyode had a nice performance on the Guan Yu. I thought he looked pretty good. Definitely was a little too inty on the Caucasain later on, but cQuay on this Chiron, I mean, he played it all 3 games, but I mean, this game had 24 KPD, pretty much like way above anybody else. And I mean, like, for somebody switching to a new role, you know, you don't expect him to be too great. I mean, let's just be honest here. He wasn't very great in scrims from what I saw. So, you know, to step up when it counts, I mean, that's important.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how ugly it is, as long as you
And
get the win.
I thought Juke Boots overall played pretty good. I think that switch up, you know, having Juke Boots over Omega as somebody with a little bit more experience at a higher level, is definitely beneficial for this team. I think that definitely helped in the jungle. And if you're Ice Age, man, I mean, again, we said it over and over again, but somebody's got to step up for this team to help Teddy. And that game 3, nobody did. Like, and Teddy didn't really have the best performance. We didn't like the Awilix pick. Just for that reason, it was almost impossible for him to get to the back line without dying. Like, but yeah, I mean, that's the first game of the season for being casted. The Thor game is still going on right now. The KWM versus Olympians one. You can go check that one out.
Also
We got
game 3.
Yeah, also in game 3. That one's a pretty banger to watch. We have games in 30 minutes at 5:00. You can go check out, as well as 7:30. First day of Valhalla season 9, off to a banger. Two game 3s already.
Yeah, I'd say we didn't get game 3s until like
Yeah, so
week 3.
super
season.
super fun to watch. You know, excited to see what both of these teams are able to do. It's still early on in the season, so a lot of those kinks can be worked out, but
Yeah,
that's
week 1 spills happen. It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day.
that's gonna be it for me, Snooze, and
Craig Lucky.
Craig Lucky, and Phoenix on the
Phoenix. Shout out to
the
Phoenix
spectator.
for the spectate. It was
Yeah.
great. It was amazing.
Yeah, good job spectating from Phoenix, but we'll see you all in the rest of the games. Trying to